Hello, everyone, and welcome to the season finale of the Shards of Nyrn Season 3. I'm very happy to be here tonight with you on our 90th episode of Generic Fantasy Setting number 17735, The Shards of Nyrn. I'm your Dungeon Master, Kelly, and I have had the privilege of bringing you through what has turned into a surprisingly, actually, 90 episodes over 3 seasons. The episodes don't quite divide into 30 a season, but that's a really great number. I'm very happy, and hopefully there will be another 90 more. And we will be old and gray by the time this series is done. So, hey, if you're joining us for the first time, welcome. I hope that you enjoyed the little intro that explained the backstory, because a lot of things have happened since that intro was cut. Throughout Season 3, the characters have had their ups and downs. They've gone on vacation, they've relaxed, they've forged new alliances and new enemies. They have almost become merchandising opportunities over at a not Disney property, for sure. And also have made good on trying to find the last Shards of Nyrn in order to reacquire and combine the 3 Eyes of Nyrn that were used to seal away the Dark Goddess some 500 years ago. Using the magic of an ancient elven relic, they were able to pinpoint the location of, well, the last shards as well as the other missing eye, which dwells inside of the Shadowfell, deep within the gloom. The characters also traveled to the floating continent of Valimar, where they engaged in a number of activities, including joining a magical school, splitting and going on 2 separate quests that I'm not going to recount because the characters are going to be recounting it today, but some of them went underground, some of them went up a mountain, and many things were learned by all. Throughout this, the characters have held together and learned much about each other and about themselves. And we've seen a lot of character growth this season. It's fantastic to have gone on this journey with you. Also, new potential threats have grown on the horizon. Their homeland of Thestorel has been conquered by the lordship of Drakehall, who has fallen alongside the newly emerged draconic scion, an elder dragon of the Great Worm, known as Garleon, who has encountered the party several times now in not necessarily hostile, but not necessarily positive ways every time. They've also made better friends. Throughout their journeys, they have joined up with former members of their party name, Nothing Ventured, including Edagon the Wise, Merielda, and, of course, Viceland, the Paladin of Vela. And throughout their journeys, they will be meeting, well, more people connected to their backstory than they can ever imagine. I'm very excited to be running this for you tonight, but I'm going to turn this over to the players now. So, why don't we go through this down the row? Hello, Christine.
Hello, I'm Christine. I use she, her pronouns, and I play Malia Sunshorn, the best of the best, because, I mean, she's first on the shirt.
It's not because it's alphabetical or anything. Obviously not.
Oh, no, totally not.
Actually, technically, Pharaoh would be
she's
first.
She's the best one. So.
Fantastic.
But she is our Dwarven Tempest Cleric of Vela. And she's very cool.
It's good to have you. All right. Hey, Amy, what up?
Hi, it's me, Amy. I use she, her, or they, them pronouns, and I am playing Tia Armstrong, the half-orc druid. And by half-orc, I mean only a quarter orc, quarter elf, half human. It's a good time. That's not complicated at all and not relevant to anything, of course.
No, it's fine.
So,
it seems good. Hello, Winter.
Hey, sup? I'm happy to be back tonight. I'm playing Mars, the Tiefling Rogue Warlock, and oh my goodness, end of season 3.
Yeah. 90
Ow.
episodes.
Frick.
I know. Well, let me pass this over to the baby of the group who's only been with us for 87 episodes. So, hey, what's up, Mike?
Hey everyone, my name is Mike. I go by they, them pronouns, and tonight I am playing Xeno Rightwing. He is our half-elf ranger in the group.
Nice.
I'm very excited to get back into playing him.
It's going to be pretty great. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I want to talk about right here. 90 episodes is a long time to go through. I think that we'll probably talk about the creation of the Shards of Nyrn and some stuff during the chat break, so if you'd like to hear more about that, please come then. But besides that, tonight's episode is fairly open-ended. If you're coming here looking for a lot of combat, likely there probably isn't going to be much, but this is a fairly role-playing heavy episode with some twists and turns. So I'm excited to get into that. Everybody, you're going to start with a point of inspiration. You also all have a point of determination. And, yeah, this is going to be fantastic. And I'm really looking forward to just everything. And
I
I'm
can
not saying
erase
that
all
because...
the check marks in my health box.
Yeah, you got a little hooped
I
last
think
episode.
I heal.
I'd like everybody to roll me a
Hallie's
dice.
voice too.
What kind of dice?
Roll me a d20.
Okay, that's a good clarification.
Do you want numbers PMT or just said?
You can just say them out loud. Xeno.
2.
Okay.
16.
Okay. Mars. Malia.
18.
Okay. And Mars. I need you to roll me a d20, please.
Oh, heck. 2.
2. Okay.
First roll, going strong.
Going strong. It's morning in Valimar. Mars, you awaken first out of all of your compatriots.
Oh no.
Or perhaps you didn't go to sleep in the first place. You followed home the two Genasi and had whatever type of interesting night you care to remember. However, you find yourself completely awake come dawn and a bit beyond it. Being this high up in the clouds, Valimar is a stunning sight. The sun blazes across the horizon, turning the sea, the Dragon Sea, into gold. Shining scales of water, completely visible beneath through some of the lookout points and from the apartment that you find yourself waking up in.
Ah.
Well, pardon me, I shouldn't say waking up. That you find yourself in. Your buzz is worn off, and you know that you're supposed to be meeting the rest of your party today.
Mm-hmm.
Around this apartment, it is largely a fairly simple flat. 3 rooms, including an impromptu, well, a makeshift toilet. A large sleeping and common room decorated like a concubine's den. Pillows everywhere, incense holders positioned precariously on the sides of bookshelves that are full of reams of scrolls and books and unbound paper. A balcony off to one side with gossamer curtains billows in, and from there is where you can see the ocean beneath you, some mile beneath Valimar. The air is chilly, a little too chilly for your comfort this early in the morning, and you can see bits of dew on the cast iron railing of the balcony. Near you, the fire genasi mutters and nuzzles into his partner's shoulder. It's a bit chilly for him, too. What do you do?
I must flee out the window.
Sure. Okay, you make me an acrobatics check.
Okay, cool. 14.
14. Okay. So you're a master thief. So with second story work, I'm gonna say that hitting it running.
Oh, and my
gonna be...
boots. My boots.
Oh, you have the boots of springing and striding, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay,
Boots.
so that's dope. So if you click your heels together and leap off, are you trying to leap into the street, or are you trying to make it to the next building?
Next building. Why
Okay.
not?
You leap the cobblestone street where below Their apartment is above the markets, some 5 floors above the ground. You hadn't realized it being as dark as it was and taking the elevator up when you got there. But as you spring over, you're a good 60, 70 feet above the ground as you hurtle across the divide onto onto the shingled roof on the other side, scrabbling delicately up. Beneath you, one of the shingles will go and fall off of the edge.
Yikes.
It'll catch a bird as it flies underneath, and you'll hear, whoosh, what the fuck? As the bird flies off. Below you, the bazaar is being set up. Vendors are beginning to unload their wares, fish that have been pulled up from massive nets by mystical ropes pulled by swallows and albatrosses. Pardon me, seagulls and albatrosses, I should say. Are being laid out. The smell of fresh-baked pies and meats. And you are on the other rooftop. What do you do? Where are you headed?
I don't remember how I got here, so I'm just going for a walk until I find my way back.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Maybe I'll stop for some pastries and bring it back to the group.
Sounds good. Making your way down into the main street, you are going to wander through, and you see that there is a restaurant on the corner open, quite a lovely one, known as Dora's Restaurante. It is open now, and it has a sign in the window that says "Open day and night," with a smiling moon and a winking sun on the logo.
Yeah, my kind of place.
As you approach Dora's Restaurante, a woman at the front, who you assume is Dora. She's a dark-skinned woman in indeterminate age of young adulthood. A scar bisects her lower lip, and she has a lovely smile with a bit of a gap tooth. Looks up at you with fairly bright hazel eyes. Good morning. Are you hungry? You just got coffee on right now.
I'm looking for some breakfast pastries or goodies or what have you.
Absolutely. Got tons. Got everything from croissants to some beignets. You ever had a beignet?
No.
I've got you. Come on in. Come on in.
Okay.
You're, Mars, right?
Yes.
I've heard good things. People talk.
Oh, good. Good. Good things are good.
Yeah, pretty good.
Right.
Actually, I did want to ask you, the Giants. How many of them were there?
How many were there, Kelly?
A bunch. I mean, it's up to you. What do you embellish? How are you gonna say?
There was a fair few. A couple that were also slaves that we freed that fought on our side as well.
We'll tell you what. For you, everything's half off.
Sweet.
Oh, it's going to be sweet. If you've never had a beignet, this is going to blow your mind. I also have some spiked cream puffs, if you'd like. They could be pretty relaxing. They're laced with a very special herbal oil.
Aw, yeah.
My friend Bruno Arcarius Maximus put them together. We just call him BAM for short, but they're pretty powerful. I wouldn't suggest you eat more than one.
Okay. Okay, and I'll just kind of start like looking around at the different displays. Like
Sounds good. So she walks you in, and it's this humble establishment, kind of a corner store more than anything, that has. It looks like there's a dining room that's divided by a curtain made of woven reeds, and there is the smell of fresh coffee in the air, fresh baked goods. A couple of other people, looks like members of her family, you'd think, working behind the counter, sprinkling powdered sugar onto things, mixing certain ingredients. You can smell the chocolate, bubbling chocolate. And as you glance through, an incredibly handsome man in his, I'd say, mid-40s. Darker skin than her, almost the color of, like, like very, very like almost the color of, say, I don't want to say mahogany because that's just such a joke these days, but just like a very, very rich brown. His hair is shaved, and he has a Van Dyke and goatee. But my God, the arms on this man are as big around as your waist. And
Whoa.
as he is sitting in the back, he is working with his full, slightly frilled apron, but he's rocking it, and is making these elaborate chocolate concoctions.
Oh
It-
my goodness.
It looks like he's making a chocolate summoning circle? Like an ornate, 9-pointed summoning circle.
Arcana check?
Sure, absolutely. Please.
17.
17. Looking at that, it looks decorative more than anything, but it looks like a conjuration circle. Probably a conjuration circle for a fae creature. You can see a couple of symbols that you recognize having been around the city that you visited in the Feywild.
I'll just kind of go over and inspect.
Okay. So you can lean... Are you going behind the counter or leaning over and kind of looking? Because it's kind of in this back kitchen area that's visible from the main area. So, like, you walk in, and basically there's the reeds over here, as well as the dining room on your right, kind of a counter and coffee station on your left that kind of expands into a glass cabinet, kind of forming an upside-down H, like lowercase h. And then it looks like there's, like, a back area behind it all that you can see into.
She's going to try to lean, and then if someone catches her looking, she's going to instantly, like, start sniffing at the air and be like, tasty arcana.
Okay, so as you're headed back that way, presumably Dora will say, just hold on one sec, I'll be with you a minute. I gotta check on some customers from last night.
Sure.
And as you lean forward, you'll hear a deep voice kind of resonate from the back. Like what you see?
What is it?
It's a summoning circle. Well,
Out of chocolate?
you can make anything out of chocolate. The chocolate is one of the most versatile ingredients in all of Elos. This, for example, is laced with honeysuckle, as well as 9 special medicinal ingredients. If consumed properly, this can allow you to speak Sylvan or any Fey language.
So it's a summoning of a language rather than a being?
It's...
An understanding?
If you use it correctly, you can use it to summon creatures and then talk to them while you share a meal with them. Because what opens conversation better than a little bit of chocolate?
That is true.
Did I
Has it
hear right
worked
as you were
before?
coming in? My sister said that you were Mars.
Yes.
Lionel.
Nice to meet you.
I'm the silent partner around here. You come back later. I might have something for you. For all your good works.
Okay. Thank you.
Meanwhile, over your shoulder, you will be able to definitely notice inside of this place a pair of voices. So to speak. 2 snores echo out of the back chamber, the restaurant area on the other side. Hey, folks, I'm sorry. Malia, a shoulder, one of your shoulders is touched by a soft hand. Miss? Y'all want some breakfast? I think one of your friends is here.
Where is here?
You're at Dora's Restaurante. I think this is where you finished your pub crawl last night.
Oh, lovely.
Cadamus is next to you. I'm awake.
Are you sure?
It's not like you to find a bakery to fall asleep in.
We're a bar after hours.
See?
Okay.
Hi,
And we
Mars.
have a hookah room in the back if you're interested.
Something for everybody.
We like to make sure that our customers are taken care of.
Mally is just gonna kind of sniff the air heavily and be like, "This smells like wonder.
It's baked goods and chocolate.
Smells delicious, is what it is."
As you're leaning around the corner, Mars, you're going to see that Dora has picked up a sizable amount of these glasses, but it looks like they are probably a good dozen beer mugs each at this table alone. She picks enough up that they basically ring her entire arms as she stands up and begins heading into the back room, kind of having to waddle around the counter for fear of dropping them onto the floor. I'll be with you in just one sec to grab your beignets.
Okay.
And with that,
I'm glad you had a fun time.
I mean, I think we did.
How's your neck feel, though?
She'll like kind of roll and just crack. Oh, much better.
nice. That's good, Cadamus will say, looking up at you, wriggling his eyebrows. I wish I could have cracked mine that much. I hear that they've got some good shiatsu parlors around here, though. Should probably swing by before we head out. Then again, where are we heading out after this? We should probably have a talk about that.
I don't know. I guess we'd have to find Tia, Zeno, and Farah first.
Did we agree on a collecting point again for everybody?
Back at the mage place.
Probably.
Well, I'm getting some breakfast.
Ooh, I wonder if they have coffee.
Of course they've got coffee. Can't you smell it? Hey, that's...
Oh, yeah. The sugar was very strong.
the sugar is very strong.
Smells delicious, though.
With that, Dora will serve you some beignets as well as coffee, give you everything there. It'll cost you 2 gold for the lot of everything, which is a little expensive, but that is also going to include 6 of the BAM specials.
Yeah.
Now, what these are is they are small cream puffs filled with your choice of vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, green tea, or pomegranate cream that is laced with a psychotropic drug.
Vanilla.
Vanilla. It's a really
Yeah.
good, like, vanilla custard type of thing. It's more of it's an Argentinian vanilla, which is basically French vanilla here.
Yes.
So we're gonna call them BAM puffs.
Bam puffs.
I love that you came up with that the time that he's not in the chat.
I know, right? Someone go message him right now. It's a reference to our friends over at Weed D&D. You should go check out their channel, Art Heart Studios. They're great people. And you will gather all your stuff up. It'll cost you 2 gold. Not a problem at all for adventurers like you. Meanwhile, across the city, Zeno, what did you do with your night? You guys got back pretty late last night.
I think we were just heading straight to an inn.
Yeah, so you grabbed a spot at an inn nearby, and you're going to wake up. The sound of the city is what's going to wake you up. Now, the inn that you're staying in is it's not particularly fancy, but after the time that you spent traveling over the past couple of days, the sheets, the down comforter, the bedding, and just the fact that the bed is actually stuffed with feathers instead of straw is such a wonderful change. It's just phenomenal. And the only thing better than that is that as your eyes are fluttering open naturally, you'll hear, "Hello, dearie? Dearie? It's ninth bell. Your reserved bath has been drawn.
No, thank you.
3rd door down the left, dearie. You've got it for half an hour."
Thank you. And he's gonna roll out of bed, I guess,
Nice.
and stumble down the hall.
All right. Stumbling down the hall, you'll find that there is quite a luxurious. It's a cedar bathtub, large planks that irradiate this aroma into the air, releasing this scent of fresh winter cedar that fills the room. They're full of various bath salts and minerals that just turn the water kind of a very, very, only your elven eyes can really notice it, shade of pink. And it's piping hot. So hot that it raises a blush to the most lily white parts of Zeno's body.
Isn't that everything?
Basically, yeah. Except for that one spot on his buddy has tattooed. And with that, you are going to sink into the water and dissolve.
Yeah, that sounds accurate. He had a rough couple days.
It's true. You have a good half hour of just soaking and relaxing. And when your half hour is over, you'll hear a knock at the door. Dearie, it's time to be heading out now. Your slot's over?
All right, I'm getting out. 2 seconds.
You can take 10.
Oh, good. He'll get out, stretch.
You gather up your things, and as you head back down the hallway, the innkeeper, a fairly normal half-elven woman with kind of sandy blonde hair and kind of a slightly bluish tinge to her flesh, will turn and say, "That reminds me, is your friend in the room across the hall going to be taking a bath? She wasn't answering her door."
Well, I'll check.
Sounds good. She didn't sign up for one last night, but I do have an empty slot. If she doesn't want it and you need another one, come back at 10th bell, and I can get you back into the marble bath. It's down on the main floor, though, a little bit of a walk.
Perfect. Yeah, let's, I'll take the slot for now. I'll see if she wants it, and then I'll let you know.
Sounds good. Sounds good. All right. And with that, she'll go back to work tidying empty rooms and flipping over the inn. Being that she is the innkeeper, she is also one of the only housekeepers at this small but fairly upscale little bed and breakfast inn.
Fair.
What do you do?
I'm gonna go up to Farah's door.
Okay.
And knock on it and see what's going on.
Okay. There's no response.
Hey, Farah, you awake?
There's no response.
He'll knock louder and be like, "Hey, Farah, you awake?"
Still no response.
Oh, that's unusual. Is the door locked?
The door is locked, yes. It's got a pretty large keyhole that you can see through. You can try to peer around the room a little bit if it's not obscured by one of the little flippy locks on the back. Basically a little like a privacy cover on the back of it.
Yeah, looking through, do I see anything?
So give me a perception roll.
Coming right up.
Cool. So the privacy shutter for the lock actually is not dropped.
And that's going to be a 19. Yeah, a 19.
All right, 19. Peering through, you can see just kind of the vaguest outline of the room. Looking, it's quite difficult to see inside, but what you will see is that it doesn't look like you've got kind of a direct view to like one of the windows out, as well as the little luggage hammock. I remember what they're actually called, but the folding luggage shelf. And the room looks really empty. Dear, what are you doing? You'll hear a voice over your shoulder as the innkeeper leans over you.
Seeing if she's in here, but it doesn't look like she actually is.
Well, you came together and signed in together, so one moment. Turn around, please.
Yeah.
You never know if there's going to be lady indecent in there.
Yeah, fair enough.
Hello, dear. Housekeeping. She'll reach down into a large ring of keys that she keeps around her aproned belt, and or belted apron, I should say. And clicks. Hello? Hello? Huh. Interesting. You can turn around now.
She's not in here?
No, it doesn't, maybe, it looks like maybe she went out. It looks like, glancing into the room, would you like me to make, I'd like you to make me an investigation roll.
You got it, coming up. That one's going to be a 18.
Cool. None of her belongings are in the room. It doesn't look like she slept here, but you can see that it looks like the edge of the bed has been sat on, and like the chairs have been scooted around. It is a carpeted floor inside of here, and you can see places where the small easy chair, like the reading kind of like the reading chair over by one of the windows, has been scooted, leaving marks across the carpet, and you can see the very slowly still raising indentations from where that chair has sat for the last 30 years. So she was here. Looks like she left. But glancing around, you also see that one of the windows is open, the one that's connected to a looks like a fire escape.
I'm gonna go over, see is there anything on the fire escape.
No, it looks like it's, well, I say fire escape. It's honestly more of a little balcony, but the window is wide open. And as you are glancing around, you can make me a survival roll with advantage.
You got it. Because now I'm starting to get worried. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Glancing around the fire escape, well, balcony, I should say. It's not connected to the balcony beneath it. It doesn't seem like there's much here, and as you are glancing around, though, you will find because Farah's hair is ridiculously long, a strand of golden hair.
Out on the balcony?
Out on the balcony, kind of, because it's a solid balcony, kind of molded out of raw stone. So it's more like a cup than anything else, with a couple of drainage holes in the bottom of it. But in the stone corner, kind of plastered against the side, you will find this 3-foot long piece of golden hair that you will automatically know as belonging to an elder dragon because of your favorite enemy. Perhaps even a little tiny bit of scale attached to it.
Huh.
Naturally shed. This doesn't look like it's like a tuft of hair or something like that.
Okay. Okay, well, now...
Shall I keep the 10 o'clock for you? It doesn't look like she'll be using it. She might have gone out to get breakfast. No reason to get...
No, I'm gonna go look for her. I'm gonna go see what she's doing.
All right, well, checkouts at noon, so don't forget.
No, I'm gonna go grab my stuff and head out.
All right, sounds good. I look forward to having you again sometime. Good luck finding a friend. Honestly, it was pretty raucous on this side. She's over on the market side. It's quite loud in the morning. Probably just went for a stroll.
Fair.
If you want, if you're really worried, I can check around and see if the morning desk might have seen her.
That would be lovely, actually.
All right, I'll go do that, dear. Come on, head out.
Perfect.
Right,
he's gonna go get his stuff and meet down at the front, I guess.
Nice. She'll lock the door behind you, so just that the room's secure at that point in case Farah does come back. And we'll head down. And by the time you head to the main floor of this, down from the third, you will see that there's kind of a gangly-looking teenager, probably her nephew or cousin or something like that, standing at the front desk going, "Well, actually, I didn't see anybody leave this morning. Well, I guess that's not true. There was the half-orc on too, who went out and, he was going to get some beignets, but I tried to tell him the doors doesn't actually, have the beignets until 8th bell. But, no, I didn't see the pretty golden girl." Ah, well, it was good to know. Oh, sorry, sir. I didn't mean to call your friend pretty.
It's okay. All right. Well, thank you. And he's gonna go see if he can find her. Because now he's legitimately worried.
As a ranger, is he also a tracker?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he's a tracker.
Okay. All right. So, heading out into the city, you are going to start wandering around looking for Farah. Meanwhile, nearby, inside of an apartment that is regularly rented, hasty excuses and conversation are made in the morning, and before long, Tia will find yourself heading out into the street. Now, how you depart from your enjoyable evening with a friend is up to you. Whether or not actually the conversation occurred, or whether or not it was simply a note left pinned to something, is completely up to you. You don't have to tell me. You might want to. I kind of want to know. But
We can talk about that.
we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
All right. Heading out onto the street, though, you will feel, for one, pretty light in your step. It was a fun end to a ridiculous week. And there's that moment as you step out into the street where you hear the hustle and bustle of the crowd all around you, the life ebbing through this place. That for a brief second, Tia, the girl who never fits in anywhere, everything feels like it's right for a moment. Like you could live here. You know? It's like that moment after a great night's sleep when you're visiting a foreign city and you step outside and you're like, this could be my home for a little while. I could picture myself living here in a different life. People calling for fresh fish, people offering samples as you pass by. Would you like to try this new, we have owlbear milk. Snowy owlbears, delicious for you. Come on, try some.
Okay, fine.
It's a little nutty. But otherwise quite good. We've also got goat and sheep. We have tons and tons of milk here. We even got blue milk.
Interesting.
Comes from blue cows.
I guess that makes sense.
And as you are doing this on the corner, you can see Mars, Malia, and Cadamus stride out of a restaurant on the corner on your left, carrying a large paper box, basically like a thick paper box, as well as several cups of coffee, wax and clay cups, as they step out. Cadamus and Malia, they look a bit disheveled, but I don't think that dwarves show tiredness from drinking. I think they just look like dwarves. I think that a dwarf has to be on the verge of death to look hungover. They just look like they don't look like they've slept. And Mars looks kind of wired and a little bit darker under the eyes, but not necessarily in a bad way. More like she's just party girling overnight.
Fair enough. Yeah. That looks like breakfast. So Tia's gonna like glide on over and stick her nose in whatever box they have.
So next we should probably get back to it
Hello.
and see what are the ship.
Meh.
Meh.
Tia approaches you.
Hi.
Hi.
All right, describe yourselves. Is there anything different that you're wearing or doing? Cadamus is not wearing his armor because he was able to drop it off back at the Mage Center, so he's kind of just dressed in regular town-going clothing, but there are a couple of extra scars that you're noticing. He's got one that kind of like dances along his jaw. What about Malia and Mars? Is there anything different about your appearance in the last couple of days? Perhaps.
Can't quite hear Winter.
Oh, Winter?
Oh, sorry. I think Mars would be mostly the same, but just like definitely visible bruises and stuff, scratches.
Mm-hmm. And Malia, you are probably holding at your side your hammer, which
Yes.
is glowing very subtly in the early morning, and you see that its runes have been engraved and are pulsing with a kind of a dull golden red light like the sunrise.
That is very cool.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
So you're alive.
Yeah, you're alive too.
How do you sneak up on people when you're green in the middle of a city full of yellow stone?
It's not my fault you weren't paying attention.
I mean, to be fair, it was
you want-
more the vignette's fault.
Do you want a beignet or do you want a cream puff? The cream puffs are narcotic.
Save those for later.
Yeah, I'll just go with one of the other things.
All right. So if nobody knows what a beignet is, I strongly
I
suggest.
actually don't.
So
It's like a puffy pastry that you shake like
yeah.
powdered sugar all over.
So they're anybody who wants to can Google them real quick. I will pop how to spell them in the chat because they're a French concoction. They're really big in New Orleans, and they are what Tiana makes in Princess and the Frog.
Yeah, are they kind of like just like donuts almost, sort of?
They're like
consistency?
super fluffy, like they're like the
Soft, like-
croissant of donuts.
Yeah.
Is kind of the way that they work. They're ridiculously soft and flaky, and if they're
That looks
made
so good.
correctly, they're phenomenal. If they're made badly, then you get a donut. Kind of is the vibe, if I'm not mistaken. We need to get some beignets soon.
It's so good. Never had one.
We'll do a road trip soon. All right. So, oh god, we will do a road trip soon.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't think there'll be any beignets, though.
No, we'll go to Vancouver. They have beignets there. Anyway, we'll talk about that in a bit. So anyway,
I was like, the road trip up island that we're doing?
there you go. Anyway, so you're all together there. You Tia grabs one of the beignets out of the bin, spilling powdered sugar all over her chin and lips because there's no way to do it without not
Oh, yeah.
breathing for 2 minutes.
Yeah, no, she's just gonna get powder everywhere. Very messy. So
Did Zeno get his bow back?
out of character, I don't remember.
Yes, he did, but it's totally
yes,
it's
he-
totally like
Yeah.
wonked with now.
Yeah.
I believe yes, mostly, sort of. It got tweaked.
So you managed to do what you guys were going to do?
Yes,
Cool.
we'll have to talk about that later. How about you all?
Yeah.
Yeah?
We did the thing.
What? We're gonna
We
have
met
to
some
talk
cool
about this
people,
later,
too.
aren't we? Okay.
Yeah, I think when we have a bit more quiet instead of out in the open.
And have Zeno and Farah.
Yeah, that too.
Right.
Precisely.
All right. So as you are doing that, actually, as you say that, glancing up, you are going to see that Zeno is walking down the street, kind of like looking around with that kind of tracker look to his steps, kind of pausing, squatting down onto the ground, and kind of like picking through some of the refuge in the street.
Am I having any success, Kelly?
I'd like you to make me a survival roll. Now, cities are not your favorite terrain.
No.
But one moment, I'm just going to double check that real quick. So, with your favorite enemy. Let's see. Wisdom. So yeah, you have advantage on survival to track. So it's through a city. I'll just have the difficulty be like decently high.
I need to re-roll that. That didn't make a difference, but that was my bad one anyways. So with survival, that's a plus 10. 29.
29. So yeah, you're definitely seeing footprints. It looks like what happened is she jumped off the balcony and feather fell.
Feather fell?
Feather fell. Which honestly kind of makes sense since most inns and bed and breakfasts lock the front door at night. A lot of them do in the real world too. But looks like she jumped the window and went out walking or something like that and headed through the marketplace. You think the trail's only about an hour old, maybe hour and a half. But as you're pausing, you find yourself at a crossroads at the center of the market looking, and it looks like she started to head toward the restaurant on the corner that Malia, Mars, and Tia and Cadamus are standing at, and then and that's where your brain catches up to you. That Tia, Mars, Malia, and Cadamus are literally standing 15 feet away from you.
And Ferris tracks go the opposite direction?
Looks like they started to go that way, and then she changed her mind about the restaurant and went to the right. But literally all your friends are standing right there.
Hey.
Zeno is gonna wave, be like, hey, looking for Farah, and then continue on following Farah's tracks.
What?
Did you lose her already?
She was with us when we came back.
Did something happen?
I don't think so.
She doesn't normally run off by herself.
Oh, well...
Do you think she went for breakfast?
Insights? Because probably not, but also...
Sure, make me an insight check. Cadamus is going to lean in right next to Mars and Mally and go, he's acting a little bit creepy, isn't he?
Just a little.
Just a little. Did something happen?
Just looks more intense, as if wasn't expecting that.
18.
18?
Yeah.
What are you trying to insight about the situation?
The fact that Zeno is tracking her after last time Tia saw them was when they teleported back before Tia dragged Jarund off to the place.
Yeah, to go have a conversation. So...
That.
He does seem a little intent. You're not exactly sure what would be driving this to this degree, but I mean, maybe he has a reason. Zeno generally has,
Yeah.
like,
But also just insight based on what happened and if I can put a couple things together. Just based on things got weird.
Things did get weird. She was acting a bit off, and she was acting very tired.
Yeah.
Very lethargic when she came back, except for punching Zeno. But maybe he's upset about that because she did punch him, like, right in the jaw.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's healed, but he's got like a little bit of like a baby bruise right in the corner.
Zeno has continued, correct? And moved
Zeno
away
has
from
kept going.
Zeno has continued.
Yeah.
He waved, said looking for Farah, and then continued.
And
Mally's gonna lean into Tia and be like, what happened? Like, if she just left her room, that's no reason to
track her?
We're in a city, like, was there
This
blood
is
on the floor? Like,
a little weird. I don't know.
did something happen
I wasn't
between them?
No?
Are you sure, or were you distracted?
I don't think so.
Do you follow Zeno?
Yes.
Yeah, he's being weird.
Do you think we should just give him one of the cream puffs?
Hey, Zeno, have you eaten yet? Mally is gonna kind of yell down the road.
No, not yet.
Here! And she'll hurl a cream puff at him.
All right, make me a cream puff. Roll to throw a cream puff at him.
All right.
Cream punked.
So what is this roll?
This is gonna be a it's athletics or a thrown attack.
And do you want me to make a dex check to catch it?
No,
I guess when
Zeno has good hand eye. If it makes
That's
it to him,
fair.
he'll catch it.
Good point.
22.
22, yeah, that's gonna make it. I would make you
So
do a
that's with
check
athletics.
if it was gonna fall into a puddle or something because of a bad throw. But a cream puff somehow unaerodynamically sails over the 30 feet or so, interceding you, and kind
I mean,
of
they're
just like
fairly dense, so they do throw well.
this is really true. We have to go to Beard Papa and do some trials now.
Yeah.
I think we could hurl those pretty hard.
True,
Yeah.
true. We'll see if we can lace them with anything, just to check the validity.
The velocity.
my
The
God.
velocity of African or European cream puff. All right, so the cream puff flies your direction and lands in your hand. What color did you send him? Pomegranate, vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, or green tea?
Vanilla.
Vanilla. Okay.
Xeno's pretty vanilla, so I think Malia, a quick check would think that was safe.
All right, so a cream puff lands in your hands.
He's gonna just pop it into his pocket.
A cream puff into your pocket.
He's not he's focused on other things.
Okay,
right now.
there's
Oh,
an
put it in your face pocket.
There's an explosion of custard out of your pocket as you try to cram it in, because cream puffs do not do that. They're basically open
No, they
packets
do
of
not.
mayonnaise. So there is a squirt of cream out of your pocket.
Mally's gonna watch that and turn to Tia and be like, something's happened. He is acting odder than usual.
Did he already have one of the cream puffs?
I don't think so.
Hey, Zeno, you've creamed yourself! You've creamed your pants, boy!
Shit.
You're meant to eat it!
Put it in your face pocket.
Although I'd advise it against eating your own cream, get someone else to do that.
Oh,
A couple of people on the street have stopped and have started staring.
well, shit.
I'm not
Tia's
drunk
gonna
enough for this.
Go
I didn't
over.
expect that.
Do you know what's going on?
I'm gonna have a cream puff now.
That's probably for the best. You know
Mally's gonna
what?
kind of look at them, you know what, and I think she's gonna pick a strawberry one. She's
And
just like,
just nom. You're gonna be buzzed.
works.
It's gonna cut through. I'm gonna say this does psychic, so dwarves will still get high off this because it's not poison technically.
she needs a bit of a high to deal with whatever is going on with Xeno
You're
right
mostly
now.
just gonna get kind of like a nice mellow body off of it.
She was not expecting, on the first day meeting back up, to have weird stuff happening again.
All right, so you approach Zeno, Tia.
Yeah. Okay, Zeno, stop, okay?
Okay.
Stop. What is going on? Why are you looking for Farah? And why are you being a creep about it?
We went to go wake her up this morning. She wasn't in her room. Nothing of hers was in her room. She hadn't left from the front door. Instead, she went off the balcony. And nobody
Alright.
has seen her since.
I mean, was there blood on the floor?
No, but there are better, less.
Maybe she just really needed some space to walk around and think.
There are less conspicuous. I don't know. I was worried.
Well, my fucking head. You'll hear kind of mutter from over on one of the lampposts nearby. A bird is rubbing a large lump on the side of its head and muttering under its breath in common.
The bird is speaking common.
Yeah, you remember this bird was speaking common the other day, actually, when you were here shopping. This is Ikalos? One of the shopkeepers was talking about this bird, this gossip bird. You will see that it looks like
Totally forgot
kind
about
of like a big, slightly bluish, purpley plumed magpie that is rubbing ironically, a goose egg on the side of its head.
I
Mars,
guess so.
you will recognize the voice from earlier.
What do I recognize it from? Sorry.
You knocked a shingle onto this bird's head earlier in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Tia's gonna go over to the bird.
What do you want?
Hello?
Hello? Hello? What do you
Hi?
want? Hi.
And cast Cure Wounds?
It pops back into its skull.
Hey. You okay?
Thank you, they.
Okay.
What?
Have you seen a blonde woman come by here?
Many.
Golden hair?
Any blonde.
Any blonde.
Any blonde. Psst, blonde. And he'll gesture a wing toward Mars, who technically is a platinum blonde.
Not quite. More gold. Gold.
With horns.
Ah, with horns. 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 Yes, horns. Look out. Spot.
A lookout.
Where?
West.
Where?
Four streets. Take
Can
right. Up stairwell. Lookout point.
Can you show me? And Tia's gonna offer an arm. How big is this bird?
It is about the size of a full raven.
Tia's gonna offer her full arm. She's strong. She can do that, but I don't know if this thing will believe her.
I better get a tip. It jumps off on your arm.
Okay.
Onward, faithful steed.
Understood. And Tia will start wandering off with a bird on her arm.
You wander down the streets, and the winding roads of Valimar are easy to navigate. They are winding and old, and the dust collects between them in soft patches. You see plenty of children running around barefoot around here. For all the dust and dirt around here, though, you find that the streets are clear of debris. There aren't really any pockets of broken pottery or glass. And the dust is almost an aesthetic choice, you feel, for the city. Adds to the age and whimsy and the memory that this place has a history. And though the memories of the past have degraded to dust, it still lies there with its people. You wandering up and down the winding lanes, and soon enough you will head around the corner and see that there is a zigzagging switchback stairwell that goes up along one of the city's walls, facing down to the south. Now, down to the south, you can see that there is, as you were flying in, that is where the city meets its only magically sustained water supply, which dribbles out over the edge, cascading a waterfall the mile below into the sea. It's a lovely sight. Up there! Lookout point! Lookout point!
Right. Thank you. Thanks.
Tina's gonna start wandering up, I guess.
Tia's gonna give the bird a gold.
Happy to
I
be of
guess.
service.
Thank you. Wait, do we have something we can feed it? Did you want something?
The rest of that beignet.
Sure, why not? So give it.
It starts eating like a bird,
Yeah.
which I'm not going to continue miming because that's going to get gift.
Yeah, that'll get clipped real fast.
That'll get clipped real fast.
Yeah.
Just, it starts swallowing it down. Scrumptious. And we'll take off into the air.
Ugh. We'll duck to kind of keep from getting battered in the head with giant wings.
When you think gossip, think Icaros.
All right. Thanks.
And it
So
takes
I guess
off
we'll
into
go
the
up
sky.
this way.
What's everybody's passive perception?
Mine is 17.
20.
20?
9.
9? Okay, and Malia,
Sorry, what was the addition?
your passive perception.
Passive perception? Oh, right, that's Actually, feeling good on Malia. 19.
19, sounds good. So as you are headed up, would anybody like to just try to listen? You can hear some voices muttering.
Yes.
Well, not everybody, but Malia and Zeno are going to be able to hear Farah's talking.
If
Malia's gonna kind of hang back anyways, because if Farah just wants some time to herself in the morning or something, she doesn't really want to crash it too much.
Yeah. If they think if Farah is up there, Tia wants to go to the jeweler's if she thinks it's open. So she's just kind of like standing back and.
You think you can hear Farah's voice?
Okay.
I think I
In
can
that
hear
case,
her, so I think she's just up there.
Mars is nosy.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll meet you back here in a bit. How about? Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Cool.
Do you want to make a roll for hearing anything?
If you want to make a perception roll, yeah.
Can I make a stealth roll?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
18 for perception.
18 for perception.
And 25 for me.
25 for stealth.
Yep.
Sounds good. As you head up the way, you'll head across the switchback stairs, and Zeno, you'll only catch a little bit, but you'll hear, "It's probably for the best," Farah says. And with that, both of you are going to round up the edge of the switchback, which leads to a large pavilion as well as the city walls. It has this jutting triangular formation that goes out of it about 60 feet, ending in a flat overlook. I guess triangular is probably the wrong way. I guess I mean kind of like... it's more of a rhombus, I suppose, but you get my idea. Basically, it's kind of like half of a stop sign. Kind of looking out over the crashing water. A few benches, and there, kind of looking out over the edge, is Farah. Nobody else is up here this early, except for over on the far right corner, about 30 feet away, is a busker setting up their morning equipment. It's a girl, maybe 17, 18 years old. Looks like... actually kind of different to look at, to be honest. She's quite tall and gangly and has or lanky, and has kind of a broad, slightly bovine nose, as well as large dangly ears. If none of you have ever met a furbog before, you will see that a teenage furbog is starting to set up their, looks like, kind of like a standing mandolin, like cross between a harp and a mandolin, or a kind of a harp cello. It's quite a large instrument, but you can hear the plucking over in the corner. And as you're around the corner, Farah is just standing there looking out over the edge.
Zeno is just gonna stop a little ways away and be like, hey.
Hey.
Good morning.
Good morning. And she'll turn slowly and lean against the edge. Mars! I
Long
didn't
time
hear
no
you
see,
coming
girl.
up. What's that?
It's like a long time no see, girl. Come here. Give me a hug.
And she's gonna squeak and jump and give you a hug.
Malia was still
not-
kind of listening farther down the path, and hearing that she seems happy to see Mars, Malia will go head up. as
Okay,
well
now this
to-
was worth interrupting my contemplation for. Yee! She'll kick both of her feet up, putting a lot of weight on your lower back.
I got beignets.
I don't know what those are.
They're delicious.
Sweets.
Yeah! I want it.
I knew you would.
Oh, I love it, and I love you. Ow! And she'll give you like a kiss on the cheek with like just powdered sugar everywhere. Dragon breath.
Interesting.
Is that Malia?
Yeah, the whole
Hi,
group's here.
Farah.
You're not dead.
Nope.
No,
Oh, Cadamus isn't dead either. Hi, Cadamus. Hello.
no, we managed to survive.
And you brought breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to be fair, I woke up at breakfast. It was a pub that turns into bakery during the day.
All right, you should probably be heading back. I think check in on.
They had
I want
good
to check in on the.
coffee.
We've got coffee, and I want to check in on the ship.
Yeah, that too.
Sure, I've got all my stuff. Where's Tia? Is Tia okay? Did Tia come back?
Yeah,
Yes.
was with us. I think she was gonna stop by the jewelry store.
Or
she said.
Did Jaroon kill her?
Nope. She was here.
Not who's Jaru? She was alive as of like 5 minutes ago.
Oh,
I can't guarantee what has happened in the last 5 minutes though. You should probably mark her with some sugar as well, just to be sure.
it's probably fair. Yeah, sure. Let's get going.
I'll actually look over where, like, is there an edge or like a?
Yes, there is an edge that just looks off into the crashing water a good half-mile away. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Lovely spot.
Not sure if it would really deem needing a insight roll, but just kind of seeing if it was just a spot that she might have came and needed to clear her thoughts.
You can make
Or
me an
if she was
insight
looking for
roll
something.
or an investigation roll. You can make me either if you're standing right there.
Investigate.
Yeah, if you're actually
Oh,
looking.
nat 20.
Nat 20? Okay.
Yeah.
So, one sec. It's a lovely sight. There's a lot of mist in the air here, and a lot of the dust around here is kind of, it's not exactly the cleanest space, but it is kind of like, it's like standing near a log flume at a theme park, so there's a lot of mist in there. But as you are looking around, you'll notice something. But with that, she will turn around and go, "I'm allowed to go off on walks, Xena. I didn't want to wake you because you snore like crazy." Stop worrying. We're in a safe city.
I worry about all my friends.
Mm-hmm. I am a grown-ass woman.
You sure?
Malia will toast with a beignet.
Also, you got something on your pants.
I know.
Just
Creamed
ignore
himself.
Wait, really?
I wasn't thinking, and I shoved a pastry in my pocket.
Well, at least we know that you're happy to see us. Or maybe you're not happy to... Did I mess up the joke? I think I might have messed up the joke. If you're not just happy to see...
No, I think you got it right.
that.
I mean, I don't really want that level of happiness from Xeno. I mean, I'm sure you're lovely, Xeno, but I don't.
We all know
think of you
Xeno's
that
lovely.
way.
We've all seen it. Let's go back
It's
to the
true.
ship. I want to have breakfast with you.
Oh, more coffee. I need coffee by the gallon.
I think it's gonna be my turn to enjoy the views for a little bit.
Okay, don't take too long. Come and meet us back at the place.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, there's one stop I have
Wait,
to do
what?
before we head out, but it'll be quick.
What place do you mean, Farah?
the mage place where they were.
Okay,
fixing,
cool.
They were fixing the ship. Catamus was
I
just. talking
figured
about
it should be said. We haven't been with you guys for a few days.
the mage place. The
place where we got the mission
Yeah.
at dinner. That place.
Yeah, where Counselor Odai is. I actually forget what I named it because it's been like 8 months. Sorcery grade vodka. That's written down here. The Councilarium, the Mage Assembly. The Mage Assembly, the Mage Assembly. The Assembly Hall. Sure, we'll say that.
Okay.
The Divan. I believe it was the Divan. All right. Where's Tia?
Jewelers.
That's weird.
She
All
said
right.
something about wanting to just get something done.
That's fair. Well, let's go back and have breakfast before this coffee gets cold.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do some stretches. I'll be down there in about 5 minutes.
Okay. And Farah will start heading off toward where Catamus is waiting at the stairwell, kind of. I just got up the stairs, now I've got to go back down the stairs. This is just the worst. These stairs are not designed for dwarven legs. This is just a real sham. I know calisthenics are a big deal, but come on.
And
All right, so all of you are headed out, leaving Mars up there at the crashing water. You'll hear the sound of the furbog setting up and beginning to play the chords of that strange instrument with a wand. Kind of almost as if it was a violin. What are you doing while you're up there by yourself, Mars?
Well, she wasn't here by herself. Not with those footprints standing
True.
right there as well. Do they lead off over the edge?
They do not. They actually turn and looks like they walk toward the other exit. Looks like there's another way down from the other side of this lookout point, because it does connect to the walk around the wall. But quick thing, there were only 2 people up here when you came up here. One of which was the girl who's playing an instrument right now, the busker.
Mm-hmm.
So you could always try to ask her for information.
Yeah. I was gonna go up and be like, hey, do you see where my friend went? Who was talking with the girl?
I'm sorry, who?
There were 2 people up here. A man and a woman.
Oh, hold on. And
And-
she'll lean forward and accidentally kick her open case that's laying on the ground. It has a couple of coins in it.
I'll throw a coin in.
What color?
Gold.
Oh, the redhead.
Redhead.
Yeah, I didn't see where he went, but tall guy, kind of really dark red hair, kind of looked like your friend. Same horns.
Horns?
Yeah, and a tail.
And a tail. Interesting. I wonder why he didn't wait for us too. Do you know what they were talking about?
I don't know that. I was just setting up. It didn't look bad. It looked, I don't know, like
Happy, sad, confused, angry.
I don't know, kind of happy, serious, I guess. I
Neutral?
heard it wasn't bad. There was I heard
I'll throw another gold coin in.
he said something about I'll be waiting for your answer. I honestly stopped listening at that point. Like, you can keep bribing me. Please keep bribing me. But I stopped listening. It sounded like not my business. I'm not much for gossip.
Okay.
Plus, I figured if I started playing music quick and if it was something romantic, I might get some more cash.
You think there was a romantic tone to it?
I don't know. It's a romantic spot. Lots of people come here to hook up.
Okay.
Like, they didn't kiss or nothing, so, like... Trust me, I usually get ready to hit the notes at that point. That's how I pay
I
for
bet
my
you do.
house.
All right. Well, thanks for your help anyways. It's just a shame that he didn't wait for us just a few more minutes. We could have all met up. All right. Well, maybe I'll catch him going down this exit. Where does this way lead?
That leads down toward Footman Square and back around toward the market if you head down far enough.
Okay, cool. So it'll take me back where I need to go anyways. All right. Have a good day.
With that, you will have a bit of trouble just kind of... The trail goes cold pretty quick.
I thought so.
The further you get away from the spray of the waterfall. But it's all... Looking through here, you would say that the footprints that you saw were fresh enough that they had been... Wasn't even mud so much as just a bit of water, like someone who had just freshly stepped in a bit of a puddle.
Mm-hmm.
So you're talking like a minute or two. Which honestly, in your mind, makes you think potentially might have been up there at the same time as you, but just not visible.
Can I try doing a perception check?
For what?
Well, I know that for me, I could be very well hidden and on the rare chance someone might see me.
I'm thinking that, like, probably, like, invisible.
Oh, invisible proper.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm thinking this is like a Hobbit situation. Which, of course, you've read in character.
But I lost the trail, like the footsteps or
And the
footprints.
footsteps have gone, and then it's in the city. So, but you've gotten the nugget of information that you probably needed.
Interesting. Okay. So I'll head towards the city, and before meeting up with the rest of them, I'll go first to the bakery again to see the friend. But we'll
Okay.
catch up to that after.
To see the friend?
Doing the
Oh, you
Chocolate
mean
circle.
Lionel. So yeah,
Lionel,
you'll head back to Lionel, and he'll be back a little sooner than I expected. But here, this is for you. He'll smile and will offer you up a small chocolate figurine that looks just like you as an action figure.
Oh, I almost don't want to eat it. Almost.
I kind of do.
Oh, thank you. I am.
It's great work. I'm sure you'd be delicious. You're also filled with raspberry cream.
But the handiwork is so good. It's very accurate.
So long as you keep it inside of that container, it won't melt.
Okay. Closes.
Yep. It's kind of in almost like a plastic shell that's made
Okay.
of some type of translucent waxy substance.
Okay.
I make
Neat.
this stuff
Thank
to
you very
transport the
much.
chocolate so that it's immune to heat.
That is so cool. Thank you.
You're a tiefling, right?
Yeah.
I infused the chocolate with chili flakes and chili powder. It's got a bit of a bite to it, along with the cacao.
Spicy chocolate.
Spicy chocolate.
Whoa. Thanks.
Tell your friends. I specialize in this type of work, so if you wanted to get any of your friends, I have ones that could be rum or beer flavored. Yeah, infused at least.
Do you need them to be here so you can, see their likeness?
If it's the two dwarves that were here with you a little bit ago, I don't need to see more. I've got a photographic memory for people and their proportions and what they would taste like as chocolate.
Do you do shipping?
I do. Anywhere on Elos.
We might have to stop back again before we leave. Okay, well, I need to go find them, though.
Good. See you later. Don't forget, Lionel, the Chocomancer.
Okay. Okay,
He's
I'll
a
go
level
find
15
everybody.
Chocomancer. Don't fight him. He will turn you into chocolate.
Oh.
All right. With that, you can head back out and into the Mage Pavilion, where you will find your friends. The Duchess is there in the center pavilion, being reassembled as we speak. Counselor Odai is there, already speaking to your friends as they round into the door. Or, pardon me, as you round into the door. Good morning! It's wonderful to see you here today. Well, looks like whatever was wrong with this has been almost repaired. We should have it up by evening. In the meanwhile, what can I do for you? Oh, congratulations, by the way. I'm so pleased with your efforts.
We did it.
Mars, it's wonderful to have you all here. Except for Tia. Did Tia die?
No, she just had to make a quick jewelry stop, and she's going to be here soon.
In fact, she's here right now. Tia, it's wonderful to see you back there. Tia will wander in.
It was an exciting time.
Oh, before I forget, Lionel, the chocolate master,
Oh, he's very
chocolate
good.
mancer, look what he made! And then I'll hold up the figurine of chocolate.
A 6-inch Mars made of chocolate.
And he can do all kinds of different flavors too, even beer infused. Malia.
Mm-hmm. He's very good. Very expensive.
Isn't that so cool? As long as it stays inside this container, it won't melt. But I want to eat it, but I don't want to. But I want to eat it!
Well, you look absolutely delicious. In the meanwhile, please help yourselves to go relax in the sitting room that you had dinner with the other night. Lounge around a bit. This will be ready probably in 4 hours, I'd say. Maybe 5.
Alright.
That's good.
But I'd say around second bell in the afternoon.
Okay.
That sounds good. We brought beignets. Excellent. I'll have some tea brought in as well as, let me guess, coffee?
Yes, please.
There's an alchemy jug in the room. It hasn't been used today, so just use fresh coffee.
It can do old coffee too.
I'm sorry? Yes, it can do old coffee and alcohol. Also can do mayonnaise, so please don't request that option unless you really want your caloric intake to hit its maximums.
Not today.
Well,
It's
that's
very
one way
useful.
to punish somebody. Choose old coffee.
Oh, what happened here? She looks down at Zeno's pants.
Ugh. Don't ask.
Oh,
Cream puff.
Oh, that's unfortunate. One moment. Bippity boppity. And we'll tap your thigh with a wand, and the stain will just go out.
Yay. Yay,
Prestidigitation is the
prestidigitation.
best. And
Thank
actually,
you.
that there's no problem. Do you still have the cream puff in your pocket?
You'll fish it out.
Oh, well, while I'm cleaning this up, she's still, like, kind of swirling the wand around on your thigh. One moment. And she's going to cast Mend Pastry. The cream is actually going to finish, like, swirling around the tip of her wand, and is going to go right back into the pastry and refluff it.
That's a handy spell.
It's...
Did it clean the cream?
Yes.
Huh.
It's completely mended.
That's impressive.
It's just a little modification that I made when I was a student at Lunarian. Those were the days. Anyway, please head in, enjoy yourselves, relax, and I guess prepare to set sail. All of Valimar is in your debt. Thank you so much. We honestly can't thank you enough for the work that you did. If you ever need Valamar's help, please. The council is in your service. Anyway, I need to get back to supervising to make sure that this gets fixed all right, so please enjoy your time.
Awesome. Tia's gonna look around for Farah.
Farrah's
Yeah,
like
where's Farah?
Farrah's literally standing next to Malia drinking a cup of coffee. I hate it, but I can't stop drinking it.
That's a fair
purse
reaction.
and a gift.
How are you?
It is life itself.
Doing really good. It's good to see you, Tia. I didn't want to interrupt when you were talking. Why are you going to a jeweler shop?
I had something commissioned before we all wandered off. Well, like,
Are
set
you
off.
proposing to Jeroen?
No, I got the thing commissioned before I met him.
Well, maybe you were just looking in the future.
Who's Jaroon?
She's gonna like start walking off.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna go after Farah for a second. Hey, wait.
Yeah.
Want to hear about your adventure?
What adventure?
Oh, your guys' stuff that happened.
Oh boy. But we found the origin of mankind. We fought a bunch of golems. Fought a bunch of Gith. Smack talked a bunch of Gith.
What did you do?
It's a long story. Why don't we all come on, let's talk about it inside the room. I want more puffs.
Yeah.
Or I want a puff. You're supposed to be cream puffs, right? There are puffs? Did you get the ones with the chocolate?
Oh yeah, there's one with chocolate. Don't worry.
All right.
Tia's gonna head in and also wants to get in on some of these.
The doors slide open, and you'll find yourself at the long table with all the cushions again, and a raucous event begins. You begin telling each other about what you did on your various adventures and that. So, who wants to go first? Does anybody want to tell around to quickly summarize what happened?
Oh.
So
Tia
we'll
will
say-
try, but I feel like she'll get like completely sidetracked early on.
So why don't we go ahead and we're just going to do this right now. So Farah
Okay.
and So guys, Mars asked what happened on our trip. So should we start with the fact that I almost punched out a green dragon, or should we start off with the part where we met that old guy that apparently was a secret knowledge knight?
Secret knowledge.
Yeah, that was weird.
That was weird.
Ooh, also
Yeah.
we met Thias, kind of.
Kind of.
Like the god of
Who's
knowledge.
Thias? What did he look like?
Like the same as the last time we met him, but kind of like a ghost.
Oh.
It's kind of weird.
But-
Yeah.
Yeah. But also we saw his body? Kind of?
True,
Maybe?
we did see his body, and then we fought a
Like-
bunch of golems that were shooting fire beams out of their arms. And like, I think Xeno shot a bunch of them and then stole a bunch of their corpses. So that's gonna be a
Yeah.
thing. Edagon is gonna pay you super well, Xeno.
And then there was the god.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did meet an actual god, a dead god, a
sort
not
of.
dead god.
Yeah, not
A
dead.
lot less dead than we thought.
Yeah.
It was one of the old gods.
Kaylee.
Yeah, one of the twin gods of the Forge. And we ran into remember that remember the guy from the Spire?
Oh yeah, yeah. We ran into
To
our red dragon friend.
Yeah, Garleon was down there, and he's like, I mean, super useful. We found a bunch of cool stuff, and Xeno got that, and she'll point, because Xeno, you're still wearing probably your flight jumpsuit,
Oh god.
because you're wearing basically a Star Trek outfit.
Would you have changed? Because he got out of the bath this morning. Would you?
Oh, that's fair. You're
put on
probably
some-
wearing some commoner clothes at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Where's
he's
your-
probably
where's
wearing
your-
it underneath.
Where's your
but-
show off your jumpsuit?
Oh, well, he'll kind of lift up his shirt a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I've got more.
So we found out that humans are from the moon.
Yeah.
The one that doesn't exist anymore.
Oh. How did... What? How?
Apparently there was a massive outbreak of a disease that basically killed everybody and destroyed the planet, the moon.
Yeah, like it was like a
Accurate.
demonic plague.
And
Or
this
something like it.
And this is the last ship that came over here.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's like the island is like a bunch of dirt stuck to a ship
Yeah.
From the moon.
Yes.
from the moon. Yeah.
All right.
Because the human world was destroyed by something called
The Black Star Plague contagion.
Yeah.
thingy.
Because I talked to a girl who was frozen and asleep. We can't wake up.
That happens. I can verify that does happen to people.
We can't wake her up though, because
She
might destroy
has
the
it.
world. Yeah.
Yeah.
it would
Yeah.
probably end humanity at least.
And probably everything else on Elos.
Yes.
Hmm.
So what'd you find?
Just a
A lot of fights.
ascension crazy giantess.
Mm-hmm.
Horrifying.
Okay, so
So-
yeah, we fought a lot of giants and
Mm-hmm. We freed a lot of prisoners.
we did that too. We hung out with a witch and
that's cool.
and my uncle. It's kind of weird. Kind of
And
my uncle.
He was lovely.
And were the ones that we freed, the giants, were they stone giants?
They were stone giants, yes.
Stone giants. And I'll explain how right before we fought the queen, there were 2 stone giants that were Oso slaves that we managed to free that helped us as much as they could.
We absolutely wrecked like a dozen fire giants.
And I'd like to highlight there was at one point where I saved Malia from dying because she saved us all from dying a lot. There was ones that I did. Peace.
Well, and there was that time that the fire giant tried to pull you into lava and you hopped off of him back onto solid land.
Oh yeah, that was fun too.
That
was
sounds
pretty
like a
epic
lot
looking.
of fun.
Like
That
he-
sounds pretty
It was-
You
wild.
knocked him off the bridge and he tried in his dying throes to pull you in.
Oh man, they
Farrah
hit
did something
hard.
super cool. We
Yeah.
almost all like died in a sealed chamber.
And
Oh, we
Farrah
rescued
was
a
an
phoenix.
Tried to kill us.
absolute and badass.
It was,
It
I
was
was
so
fine. It
cool.
was. It was fine. I was.
We
it was.
rescued a phoenix too.
What?
Yeah, the fire giants had caged a phoenix in some sort of magic cage thing that would kill it constantly, so it would send out this burst of like flame heat power, which melted the rock to form artificial lava.
That's horrifying.
That's
That
that's,
is.
a,
Freed it.
that's a lot of steps to get lava.
That is very
Yeah.
fucked up.
Well, I mean, it was in a mountain that didn't already have lava.
Oh.
Like,
feel like
we're on a
there's still
floating island. There's not
easier
exactly
ways
lava
to-
up here.
Well, we met a god,
Yeah, we did meet a god.
Did me to God.
so like we were in the presence of divinity during ours. So meh.
We got blessed by a goddess.
Oh yeah, and it was like
got blessed by a goddess. That happened last week.
it happened again.
It can't happen that. It's not supposed to happen that often.
Well, it did.
I guess your god really likes you? I'm
Oh,
assuming
yeah.
it was your god, right?
She basically has her god on speed dial.
Yeah, your god's in a rock. Actually, your god's in 3 rocks.
Yeah.
Hey,
So-
I'm trying.
Did we ever find any evidence of any of the shards or the eyes here?
I didn't. Did you?
I did.
Yeah, you found one.
Yes.
The Storm Queen had it.
Yes.
Okay.
And I pulled it out of her chest, ripped it right out.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we found one. Or,
Yeah.
well,
Okay.
Mars found it.
Because yeah, okay. Well then, where are we gonna go next? Because that's the one that I assumed we would find here.
Nah.
I thought the next
But-
place was Orkesh.
That's what I thought too.
Doesn't make the most sense since I don't know how to get to the Shadowfell.
Yeah, that's probably a bit of a stretch for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think we should eat some food, and we should party, and we should talk about all sorts of cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's hilarious, because it's been like about a year now, I guess, if you count the time we spent in the Feywild.
Oh, yeah.
How
That
would
we
we
spent-
count the time we spent in the Feywild?
If we round up, it makes it a year, so we can drink and have a bunch of beignets and stuff.
This
Have a
is
party
true.
for it. That seems like a perfect excuse.
Cheers!
Cheers.
And with that, you begin drinking and celebrating and having a good time before planning what to do after this. And I think this is a really good time for us to take a quick break. So, folks,
Yeah.
we'll be right back.
Perfect.
Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everybody. Let's talk to the chat. Hey, how's it going? So hi guys, how's it going? This is the break time where we talk to the chat. This is an interesting little wrap episode that I called as we went on break the Citadel DLC for Mass Effect 3. I'm the best. Are you talking about me in the chat, Robin? That's very sweet. You're the best.
Yeah. Well, I saw the new command for Robin.
Oh yeah,
And
that
I was like, that's rad.
Yeah, she wanted something cool, because, like, I feel like people need to have cool stuff as their commands,
Yeah.
you know? Like, it should be really complimentary.
I laugh, but also
Yeah, that's just
Mine.
honesty. I
love it though. I absolutely adore it.
You do kind of own it, and I think it's great. And I gotta say that I have to do so many more shirts this week, guys. I really do. Oh, so how's everybody doing tonight? Do you have any questions, comments, anything about like the current state of affairs about game? Oh my God! Look, there I am. I'm actually, if you search Nani, I'm right there. Nani.
Oh my, I hate
Naughty.
it.
It's so dumb. I love it.
It's
I love
so
it.
silly.
It's so, especially on pink. I want to wear that to the next time I'm at an anime convention.
I have a quick question just to clarify.
I have a quick answer.
When I was talking about the red-haired dragon boy, because it's been a while, is that somebody that Mars would know?
Yes. Remember in the exploding elf tower?
It's the other dragon dude.
The guy who went in and incinerated everything,
Oh, right.
and then took the sword out of the glowing orb of magic.
The one that almost killed
And
Tia
then
when she touched it, but
that
he was
yeeted
able
it
just to
at
pull
me.
it out.
Him?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oops.
Sexy dragon boy.
Ah!
yeah. Well, the sword almost killed Xeno.
Oh, the sword almost killed Xeno. That's right. He could pull
Yeah.
it out, but dragons
Probably would have
cheat.
been a bad time.
Dragons cheat.
Yeah.
Dragons cheat.
I need to have words with Farah.
You do need to have words with Farah.
See, the
That's all-
funny thing is that in character, this is why I was trying to insight, because I was like, how obvious is that? But also, she totally went to go see the guy. They totally had a meetup.
So
Totally.
real quick, if
Is there a dragon
Doesn't know
Tinder?
that.
what's that?
Is there dragon Tinder?
A dragon Tinder? Yeah, it's called Cinder. Spelled like Sinderre. Or no, just an R. Just an R.
And there's just the two profiles.
It's just the two profiles, because the rest
What
of the
about
race
the green
is dead.
dragon? What
She's
about
just
the green...
wait, she's not an elder dragon.
Oh, okay, that's
She's
true.
just a bitch.
There
Okay.
wasn't a
I wasn't sure
match.
about that. No match.
I'm slightly out of
Oh,
focus.
we have a question.
We have a question.
We
What's
have
the question?
what season was season 3 what you expected it to be, players and DM?
All right, so
No.
No.
Robin, you act like we can expect what comes out of Kelly's mind.
Season 3 was not what I expected, because I expected season 3 to be twice as long, and then we got into it, and I'm like when I was hitting around episode 25 or 20, somewhere in there, I was like, I'm gonna have to split this damn thing in half, because I don't want to be like season 3 episode 60.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what's a good place to end it? And I'm like, oh well, after they finish at Valimar is a really good place. Because I've got next season is about going to Orkesh and some other stuff, and then the season after that is the season with the Shadowfell. Just
I'm
because
excited for Orkesh, okay.
Because you do not want to go into the Shadowfell before you are the correct level. I'm just gonna put that
That's
out
also
there.
fair.
I'm gonna be really mean to you.
I definitely did not expect many of the things that happened in season 3.
What did you not expect?
There was a lot of... I was not expecting the whole, get essentially framed for the murder of all the elven leadership.
I also wasn't expecting Beepo.
I also was not expecting...
No one
was
was
expecting
expecting
Beepo.
Beepo.
Or
I also wasn't
Lunaria, or
expecting
the
elves
sorting.
to be quite that level of dickish.
They are awful.
They're so bad.
We
I'm
needed
glad
it though.
that Xeno's not the worst elf.
Mm-hmm.
We needed
So
something.
you're
though,
only
right?
half elf.
Yeah, like Xeno doesn't hate
doing
people
alright.
for the color of their skin.
Or the roundness of their ears.
Yeah, like,
Or their height.
or Xeno likes people.
Yeah.
Although, to be fair, you should hate dwarves because of their awful backstory that's coming slowly out as well.
Oh. Okay.
Yike.
But dwarves, it's basically, are they the British or are they the Germans? Let's find out. Flip a coin.
Oh dear.
Spoiler alert.
They're both?
Both?
The dwarves come from a place called Drossvenar in the north, I believe it is. We finally finished. Well, I finally finished the initial copy of the map for our world, or at least for these two continents. And it's pretty dope. I'm pretty pleased. I still have to name the moons because we've got 2.5 of them. Well, 2 1/10. 2 and a.
Scattering.
Ring.
It's not a full ring yet. It hasn't solidified into a ring. It might someday when Amy stops complaining. It might.
I wasn't complaining.
Dwarf.
I didn't veto. People could have
Earth-like
said.
worlds with rings are so cool.
I don't think it's a full ring. I think it's more of a belt at this point, like a very
Fair.
loose.
Which I think could be pretty cool, especially if it eventually becomes a ring in the future.
That's what I think. I think it's working that direction. I think it'll become a ring depending on what happens with all the gods. But I also think that this leads to a lot more shooting
Lead all
stars.
the gods into space and make them part of it.
2 moons and a very large asteroid. It's two turntables and a microphone. You got the problem with naming things like moons is you got to get it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was looking at so hold on. I was running Rime of the Frostmaiden the other day, and we had to do the for what's Forgotten Realms world? It's
Faerun?
It's
No?
not Faerun is the name of the setting, but it's not the name of the world.
Oh, okay.
The world is called Torag, I think. No,
Oh, God, I have no idea.
Is Torag a god?
I have no idea.
Yeah, Torag.
Oh,
I
it
have
goes
no
from
clue.
last time. On Twitch, no one can hear you scream.
Okay, hold on. It's in. Oh no, it's not in this. It's in the Dan Compact. It is. Oh, what the hell is it called? Toril. Toril.
Oh, okay.
So for one, Toril's a bad name for a planet.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if Elos is much better, but I'm gonna say it is.
I like Elos.
I think it's good. That took like 10 months to figure out.
I think because we overcomplicated it too.
I do not do well with naming. But so here are the sun in realm space has one moon named Saloon. Come at me, bro. That was an easy one. Then again, I did name the sea between Argeny and Telusia the Thessalian Sea, which literally just means the sea in Greece or in Greek. So
I mean, hey, it could be worse. We could, it could be named Arceus Arctos, the most bear that a bear can be.
I love that so much.
this is true. We could
Bear,
also
bear,
name
bear.
the moon Luna, and then we could have the moon.
I was gonna bring up the wolf moon.
Moon.
So if we name the moon Luna, is there going to be a coffee stand on it?
I mean, yeah.
Maybe that's where Luna Coffee used to be.
Oh, Faerun's the continent. That's why.
Okay.
So
coffee.
hold on, I'm trying to look up the third planet from
Oh,
the
I closed this
sun.
window, but now I'm too hot again.
Now we have no Luna Coffee because it got blown up.
It got blowed up.
Which,
wild
I
space
mean,
sphere.
a little ironic.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure this out. So what else kind of caught you off guard? What about
From
the
this
season?
season?
Yeah.
Oh, the slime, the ooze.
Oh, Disney
was not
Oozy
expecting
World?
Ooze Land.
Wait,
I
hold on. What was it
not
called?
expecting-
What was that? That was in episode 3.
frick.
The
Hold up.
slimiest place on Earth, I believe it was.
Oh god.
Or the
I really
happiest
like that
place in
Malia
US.
really solidified this season
Yeah, she came into her
Yeah.
own.
into
Oh, yeah,
much
there
more
was
of a
Dole Whip.
cleric-y, priestly person.
Oh, it was either Obelix Land or Oozy Land. I think
Yeah.
I think with Oozy Land.
Uzi
Yeah.
Land.
Oozy Land.
That was so weird.
Wasn't it? Did you enjoy it though? As I put
Yeah,
a
that
lot
was-
of
that was
thought
a
into
I was
it.
really
also
weird
so
episode.
confused. Yeah.
That was wild.
I liked the cameos of Lark, Nimbleflame, and Gristlegrit.
Of course.
That was great. I'm just flipping through my notebook and I'm getting all these quotes.
The
I'm
moon
just-
should be Divina and Umbros. But there were
Yeah.
3 of them, though, Breck, at one point. It'd be
Hmm.
Manos, the Hands of Fate, as the last one.
I thought we said something was the name before.
Of the moons?
I mean,
I
the Harvest
thought-
Festival was funny.
That was funny.
Oh, I remember the
Yeah.
Harvest Festival, and then you had to fight the Pumpkin King, and then it turned out
Yeah.
that there were psychic children of the corn. And
Yeah.
Yes.
this game has some weird twists and turns, guys. I'm really
Yeah.
making you work for this level 20.
And then
Yeah.
we met, we went to the temple of, oh, what the hell?
Tresius?
Yes.
Yes. And
That cleric of
your
Cresius was pretty
sister
damn cool.
is apparently
Yeah.
A vampire.
assigned a vampire now.
She is a vampire.
Yep.
She is a vampire.
Also,
she is
Tia's
found...
heritage thing.
Oh,
Tia needs
you're
to
the
talk
queen
to her
of the
grandpa.
elves now. This has been a hell of a turning point for several people.
Yeah. I also appreciate how awkward Zeno and Farah's relationship has become.
Oh god, yes.
Because neither of them know what's going on with it.
Yeah, and then you acted weird today. Well, Zeno acted weird today.
It's also
Yeah.
true. That was weird.
Because this is great, because this turns out exactly like a teenage will they, won't they thing. Like, this is high school. Oh,
Literally.
That was weird.
what happened, Christine? What'd you do?
I was like, oh no, not another one.
No, it's our stupid fucking Wi-Fi that decides, nah, you know what? 5 seconds, I'm going to decide you have no internet.
Fun.
Yeah.
Fun. Thanks, Wi-Fi.
Thanks,
I was
wife.
just like,
Thanks, waifu.
excuse you?
All right, so, boop,
I have
boop,
a
boop.
quote from Farah. She's always drinking something. Booze, strange potions, Goliath love juice. Farah regarding Mars.
I don't remember saying half the shit that comes out of Farah's mouth. I'm not gonna lie.
That's also fair.
That's because she takes you over. She's a real person. She just, like, hides and occasionally
I
uses
suddenly
you.
become a 13,164-year-old teenager.
The story
yeah.
checks out.
Story checks out. I am
It's
a
like one of
teenage
those,
girl.
My life as a 13th, blah, blah, blah. Like
Yeah.
my life as a teenage robot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, my Wi-Fi's having issues too on the laptop side of things.
Oh, gross.
99 problems, but a lich ain't one.
Yeah, because
Nah.
it doesn't always have to be the undead Wizards of the Coast.
It's oh god, what was this one? It's a joke, not a knife. You should be able to take at least one before crying.
What's that?
Who said that?
What is
Was that
that
Malia?
No.
Oh,
that's
either
too
that or it was
clever.
Farah. Then that was Farah.
Or it was Cadamus.
That
Oh,
too.
could have been.
Mm.
That
This
sounds
was,
like a
this was
Cadamus
at
line,
the Goblet
too.
of Fire episode.
And the Goblet of Fire. Oh, and Monsters and Mayhem. Monsters and Mayhem, where
Oh, yeah.
with
Sorcery grade vodka. I got
Sorcerer
that.
Grade Vodka. Hold on. So Matt, the Novice Essential Witch Test, or the Newt. Also the General Arcane Research Graduate Obligatory Yearly Lecture Exam Series, also known as the how do you pronounce it? That's Gar.
She's not my mom,
Go.
but she's my queen? Which I'm pretty sure was Zeno
There's so
about
many good,
Tia.
so many good lines in this season.
I think. I didn't say who said it,
What's
but I can go
Althea?
back to that episode.
Oh, this is Althea. You're in the capital city of Althea, right? Or no, no, Althea's not
What?
the. No, this is Aratea. This is the
Amy, it makes it sound like you're doing the whose line is it anyway?
Whose line is it anyway?
I don't know who these are. I'd say you've got proficiency in being a spoiled bitch.
We have great. We
That!
I don't know, but these are great.
Wait, what was that line, Amy?
I'd say you've got proficiency in being a spoiled bitch.
That sounds like Malia.
Like, this is...
I think that sounds like Amalia.
I don't remember saying it.
That's
I
fantastic.
know there's so many things there. I don't remember.
So I actually have a list up of ones I was looking to make shirts out of. Hold on, I'll read them off.
Excellent.
These are gonna take
I don't
over.
feel like Malia said many of these because she's not very witty.
So
She
here-
has surprised us a few times though. You've had some
this-
vicious ones.
Yeah,
like-
no, this season in particular.
Yeah, you've had a couple of good
Well,
ones.
like the thing that I find with Malia is like she doesn't have too many of them, but the ones that she does are
pretty memorable.
killer.
Yeah.
Okay, so here are some quotes that Amy took beforehand. If at first you don't succeed, take a bunch of lightning damage. Squaring is caring. It's called square dancing. Turn the glyph of fear against itself. Now the hallways are afraid of us. I summon 8 flying snakes. 8 flying snakes is not what I expected. I cast Tidal Wave. On yourself? Yes. These are from season 2.
I remember that one because that was me.
Okay,
I remember the
I had the
snakes.
entire room.
we're gonna do season 2 ones. I have one from season 2. It's probably one of the only ones I wrote down.
All right, what is it?
I'm a magical dinosaur. What do you want from me?
Yeah,
Episode 9, season 2.
that's going on a shirt.
Was that me?
Congrats,
Yeah.
you found a
Yep.
stick.
Of course it was. It was like the first time you turned into an Allosaurus.
So this is a
Who
great
else,
exchange.
Amy?
Congrats, you found a stick. It's a wand. Of what? Farrah pokes Tia in the love handles. It's a wand of poking. Danger Noodle. Vela's tits, I'm on fire.
That was Malia.
That was
No.
Malia. I'm tired of these monkey fighting snakes on this Monday to Friday campaign. The snake was a
That was
lie. Holy peck, Batman. Pecks for days. The age of Nikola Tesla's grandmother when she lost her dentures in the 70s. What?
You were
Oh.
you're telling a story and it was
Oh, I was
very
telling you
confusing.
about that weird pyramid thing when I was researching pyramids.
Yes, you were.
Who wants to play Corpse Water Ball? You've heard about Dungeons and Dragons. Now get ready for Wizards and Lizards.
Oh, here's one. Curses aren't real, but traps sure are. This season on Mimic Ticklers.
I'm busy. I'm watching Xeno get eaten.
That's a fair.
That's from the Kesh dungeon, isn't it?
Yeah, from the past
yeah.
one.
When I
He sat in
got,
the chair and got eaten.
Yeah.
Alrighty, all right, Fisty. How do we gonna do this?
Oh,
Firstly, it stinks in here, like a brothel. You would know. Your bear is defective. Corpse Water Dan. Remember Corpse Water Dan?
yep.
Curses aren't real, but traps are. The season on Mimic Ticklers. Yep,
Yep.
right there. All right, what else you got, Amy?
Oh, God.
I just remember the conversation between Zeno and Cadmus, not from this one, of course, but from the spa day.
Some of them are
oh
really good.
god.
You
Yeah.
guys just had a back and forth like comparison of your glutes or something like that.
It's true. So I actually
Oh,
never.
here's one. Are you saying you want to have a slumber party in a sealed chamber with a celestial summoning circle?
Yeah,
Yes.
I do.
Be accurate or be snaccurate.
Mm.
Yep. Moose are basically dinosaurs.
Yeah, basically.
Mm-hmm. This joke is Baroque. We need to sphinx it.
Oh,
This was in the pyramids.
That's pretty bad.
We let Zeno take points so that he gets hit by the pointy things first.
That's accurate.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it's not so much let as in Zeno just does it.
Yeah.
True.
Yep.
There's a sandwich named after Cadmus in Talos.
We're not going to feed the depression trout.
That sounds
I
like
just don't remember the context of them at all.
No.
Like, when was the depression trout?
That was in the Feywilds.
Feywilds!
Yes.
I remember now.
the
Feywild.
forbidden
yeah.
syrup. I don't remember what that was.
There was the I just have in quotes urban treb, because that was something Christine was talking about during one of the break discussions about building trebs in your backyard.
Oh yeah, because we used to fling soccer balls into the water for our dog to chase.
Oh, can you steal Zeno's dignity? Only if it weighs less than 10 pounds. How heavy is a unit of dignity? It's metric? Depends on if we're talking nobleman or commoner's dignity. Elven noble dignity is measured differently. Nah, they use imperial.
Yeah, they would. I Am Magic and You Can Too by Crunkle Picklebottom. That was a good book.
Oh yeah, that was the one I read, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it taught you how to use like a basic cantrip for like a day. And then you
Literally
forgot.
cookies, and then maybe she's born with it, maybe it's soft.
Maybe it's soft.
Are you purchasing the full debauchery package?
Yes.
Praise Beepo.
Door is 15 feet tall. That's what, 5 Malias tall?
It's like 3.5 miles.
I actually delivered to a house that had a 15-foot tall door the other night.
Wow.
That's ridiculous.
And the person who answered it was about 4'5".
Oh, so like me.
Wow.
The more
Yeah.
evil you get, the less it's your fault.
Accurate.
Yeah,
That was definitely in terms talking about Mars.
It is 3.75 Malias tall.
Let's see. I'm seeing if there's any other ones before we head back in.
Got the just no volcanoes.
Just none. No volcanoes,
No
please.
volcanoes. I like diplomacy at the bottom of my cup.
Thoughts and prayers for Giant Roper.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. I'm seeing I have less time to write down quotes than you do, so.
Yeah, and I missed some of them from. Oh, Zeno saying, "God, I love myself sometimes."
And the thing is,
He
like,
said that a few
Mars
times.
doesn't say very much. She just do.
That's also true.
Well, and that's the thing is Malia generally doesn't have like a thing that she says. Is that more other people say something kind of seriously and then she slides in a zinger.
Yeah, that's also true. Yeah, I've got Big Bear Power, Itty Bitty Cape.
The safe
And then
word
there's
is
someone
Tarask.
from. Oh no.
Good night, Breck.
Oh.
Good to see you, man. Be sure to
Good
come.
night,
And
Brad.
back.
Yep. And then there was, I think, I don't remember who it was, someone in chat, and I think I quoted it properly in the Discord, but it was "Dear Dead Dear, you did the deed and died." So
Oh,
that was a
dear.
chat zinger that I had to save because it was so funny.
Praise be
Well, I
Bo.
think it was when the weird deer, the soft deer in Feywilds. And then you stumbled-
That was someone summoned a deer. And
Oh,
I
was
think it
it?
was Zeno summoned a deer into a door to like do something, and then it just imploded. This was around this was season 3,
Okay.
episode 6. Dragonfire.
Sometimes you get really good quotes.
So it was when we found, this was when we went into the mines, and
Oh
found
man,
the,
those mines. That was intense.
Mm.
We got fan art from that.
yeah, we did. That was rad.
That was rad. Why haven't we seen Dave around recently?
Apparently that was Precarious's quote, Amy.
Okay, yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, see,
I
Brick,
can
you have to
believe
stick
it.
around for the rest of the game. You can't leave.
May all good guests arrive as strangers and leave as friends. Quoth the aberration.
Was that
Yeah.
at Disneyland?
No, that was a night at Wydale Keep.
Oh, was it the pumpkin head thing?
It might have been. I'm unsure. All I know is I have that written, then quoth the aberration.
Nevermore. Maybe a little.
Might have been the thing we rescued. I don't remember. I don't know.
Oh,
I'm
the,
unsure.
yeah, the Mind Flayer?
Yeah. Maybe not. I don't remember.
Anyway,
Mind flayers are rad.
Mind Flayers are super rad. All right, so folks, any last questions, comments? I just want to say thank you so much for being here with us on this journey. It's been 90 episodes, and that's a long time to run a role-playing game, especially when you're only halfway through the damn thing. The rest is going to go
11.
a bit quicker, I promise.
Feels nice to be all back together again, though.
Right? I mean, it was good to have that extra time off, everybody, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah. It was quite fun playing with Krista and Michael.
Mhm.
And Chris and Robin were really good in game, too.
They were
It-
so good.
Yeah.
Darun was a great experience.
Yeah, according to that dice roll.
Also, the moment of the Basil moment was so good. That entire sequence of events that led up to that. Just so good. So good. What an absolute mess.
Hey, it's good to see you there, Keen. All right, so, folks, we're going to head back into game in just 1 minute. Game is going to go as long as it needs to tonight, but we'll see how it goes. Quick thing, everybody, go ahead and stretch real quick.
Ugh, I need to do that, apparently.
Mike, you're drifting downward, just so you know. You're slowly getting, like, hit by your name. So you're shorter
am
than
I?
you were.
Okay.
You're shorter than you were 5 minutes ago.
Okay.
I
think
just
you're just-
stretched in and I got dizzy.
Yep.
Oh,
And
dear.
then Winter, just lean back comfortably. Yeah, just be comfortable. Are you comfortable?
Oh, I'm out of energy drink.
Oh, then be comfortable.
Oh, that sucks. But yeah, there's been some great lines in this season and the last season, and
Always.
very funny.
Perfect. Good positioning. I kind of wish I'd made a coffee on the break now, but
Aw.
I made tea.
Yeah, I've still got some decaf. It's about time for decaf this time of night. I did not sleep last night. I had a bunch of weird nightmares all night.
Me too.
I
Did
didn't
you
have
really?
nightmares, but I had a weird dream.
Just uncomfortable, like not nice.
I had the thing that's going to get you nightmare. The one where you wake up and you're like, can I move? If I move, will it get me? That one? You know that one?
Yeah. I had a dream where we were on a trip, and it was like the first trip after COVID, kind of, but we were on it was like and we were staying at a hotel. It was like, there was like a couple of us in the airport, attached to an airport. And it was this whole thing about like having to keep something secret, like we weren't supposed to be there. And but the most memorable moment of it was when the housekeeping knocked on the door, and I had to and was really mad because we were supposed to be gone by then. And apparently we'd been there for long enough that they knew our names, and they're like, not this again. And I'm just like, I don't know what to tell you. So I'll go hide in the other room while you clean it. I don't know. I'm just gonna go.
So,
I didn't have any bad dreams last
weird.
night, but I woke up with a rabbit on my face.
That's fair. See, and that's the thing about this, though. Like, I've had a lot of those dreams over my life where the, like the monster dreams. And I woke up and I couldn't really move, and I thought my way through it. And part of that was because I had Charlie, on my leg, just laying right next to it. And I'm like, I'm okay. I have a dog. If there was a monster in the room, he would have said something.
True.
That's good.
Probably would have.
And then you have a voice saying, Kelly, there's a monster in the room. You're like, what?
It's me, Charlie. Stay perfectly still. Now scratch my neck. Yeah.
Don't be alarmed, but give me a treat.
Yeah. Or be alarmed.
Yep.
Yeah.
See, dreams I have with monsters usually don't scare me. Usually it ends up being some sort of weird horror movie type situation, like having to make sure that my basement door stays locked because that leads into the depths of the city, underground city, which is swarming with zombies. So we just have to make sure that if we're gonna go into the basement, we make sure we have a light and have a chainsaw.
As you do. I mean, you should already. Your basement is fucking creepy. I know, I've been there.
Yes. So anyway, yeah, it's goes deep into this underground, huge cavernous space, a la, Resident Evil, and, whole sort of thing. So, a little bit horrifying when you're, hearing scratching noises from your basement, and you're like, oh, it's just the zombies, don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's fine. They're like zombies from Fido. It's not a big deal.
Yeah. But I don't like horror movies, really, because I jump scare easily. So in my dreams, it's great, because I don't get the startle response.
You would like horror movies that I would show you, because they don't have jump scares. They're just horrific.
Okay.
They're just interesting manifestations of horror.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
For the most part, I don't have the weird, dream reaction. It's more if there's a sound that I vaguely hear as I'm half awake.
Oh.
Because then I can't tell if it was only in my head or if it actually happened. And then I lie to...
Oh, and then I have ones where, I'll be dreaming, and then I'll go and I'll say something, and I'll wake myself up, because I'm in that weird space of consciousness where, or, I'll be like, I know I'm dreaming, but I sure can feel the texture of this stucco wall that I'm running my hands along in this place that is apparently Blog's basement suite that he's sharing with Kelly.
The last
I have to live
time,
with Blog? That is a nightmare.
So you saying that when you realize you're in a dream reminded me of the last time I had a lucid dream. Was right at the height of COVID, and I was dreaming about being at a house party thing, and as soon as I get into that scene with with a house party, I'm like, wait a minute, this has to be a dream, because this many people around doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah.
And it's okay, this is a dream. Now I can control what happens.
Yesterday, the hashtag COVID is over. It was trending in Canada.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's not.
COVID's
It's not over yet, guys.
It's not over.
I'm still wearing a mask to the grocery store.
Yeah.
I'm still
vaccinated,
wearing a mask
but
all the time.
Mike, did you get your second vax?
On Sunday.
You did,
I
or
get
you
mine.
will?
I will on Sunday.
Okay. Good luck. I hope you don't get mix and match like me.
Me too.
Mine's on 17th.
Nice.
I do not have mine booked yet. I have not gotten the notice that I can do my
Neither have
second.
I.
So
Which
soon,
they're
hopefully.
saying that you likely won't get the notice until the 8th week.
Oh.
So then, so it'll be like the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th week that you'll actually get it,
Yeah, okay.
eventually.
Okay. So it's going to be a while yet then.
All
Yep.
right, so folks, we should probably start heading back into game. Everybody, everybody stretch, do your thing.
Ay.
All right, so we're gonna head back into game. Any last things to say to the chat before we call it?
Ah.
All right,
Let's go.
let's go. Let me just find the correct. Is this the right sound? Nope, that's not the right soundtrack bit. One sec. I just gotta make sure I get the right one. I have so many sounds for this episode, so... Okay, that would be... Nope. Depending on what you did, I had like 15 different soundtrack options. Alright. Folks, we're gonna head back into game in about 5 seconds. Thanks so much for watching. Appreciate it. It's kind of a quiet episode, but it's the end of a season. Next one might be a little different. Be sure to stick around for that. All right, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the Shards of Nyrn, Season 3, the finale episode. The next couple of hours are fun, casual. You spend time eating beignets and other pastries, being served cookies and things by servants that are moving around the mage assembly. You drink tea and you drink coffee and you drink liquor and you, if you want to, eat narcotic cream puffs. You reminisce, you talk about dumb things that you did on your adventures, you talk about dumb things that you did offside of your adventures. Tia, do you ever come clean about Jaroon?
I think a little bit into it, yeah. She'll try to, very laughing, try to explain how he tried to flirt, but also making it very clear that she found him to be very attractive. And like talk up the he was good in battle points, he was fit, he was attractive, he was very goofy awkward because and offered her basil.
I was gonna be like, battle points. Is that what the kids are calling it these days?
Oh, fist bump.
Cause and the fact that he made it through the whole thing alive was an extra point in his favor.
Are you talking about the part, like, afterwards, or the part underground? Or the part under you? I'm surprised anybody makes it out alive.
I was talking about the situation in the pit.
Oh. Pharaoh
With the
waggles
gif.
her eyebrows at
Euphemism?
that one.
No, with the gif and the ship
So not
and the god.
your...
No,
pit.
no,
Do-
not that
do-
one.
Sorry, I misheard. Just, you said Tia has
What?
a pit?
Yeah, armpits, these things. And she'll just like literally lift up her arm and be like, "You have them too."
I'm gonna go back to drinking coffee.
So anyway, kind of a
Yeah, I
hush.
must will continue drinking.
So anyway, yes, and she'll summarize the whole situation with Farah, her role in it, the sausage thing, literal sausage, and the awkwardness and everything that went down because this is when she gossiped.
As you're finishing that story, the door will slide open, and Counselor Odai says, "We're almost going to be, we're almost done. You should be able to head out, probably in just a few minutes. I'll call you when it's all ready. Catamus, do you want to come and make sure that everything's to your liking, Mr. Engineer?" "I suppose so. Hey, I'll do that. Yeah. All right. I'll just, I'm gonna, yeah, all right. And he's gonna stand up awkwardly and walk off. One moment, one sec. Sounds great. As he does so, he grabs some of his bags and shuffles them over his shoulder. All right, see you in a few, and kind of waddles off a little bit stumbly, and that's when you realize that he had one of those cream puffs. As he does so, and the door shuts behind, who is he sitting next to?
Me.
Okay, so he's sitting between you and Mally. You realize that he left one of his satchel bags under the table.
Okay. I'll pull it up.
Sure. It's kind of a messenger bag, like a slide over the side type, with a couple of toggles to open it with straps that hold it shut.
Is he going to need it?
Not that you're sure of.
He forgot this. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go give it to him.
Yeah. Molly will just kind of keep drinking her coffee. She's just like, coffee.
As soon as I'm out of eyesight, though, I go in it.
Sounds good.
I have to.
There's not much in it. There's a toolkit, basically some really minute tools, like for working with a watch or for working with like eyeglasses, like really small ones. Tinkerer's tools, and it looks like a large spiral-bound worker's tome for schematics, blueprints, and things like that.
Should I do a roll that I have to do about not taking things?
I think
or is there nothing really here that I'm like,
the tools aren't really shiny enough. I mean, you could still snoop if you want.
Yeah, snoop.
Okay,
Snoop.
flipping through, you'll see a number of really complex schematics for things that you've seen around the Duchess.
Ooh, okay.
A lot of architectural stuff as well. Apparently, Cadamus is quite a decent artist. A lot of them are charcoals, and he's got a lot of like colored chalk work that he's done as well.
Okay.
And as you're flipping through, you will eventually come to a page that catches you quite off guard. It's the most colorful page in the book, enough that it floods off around the edges, almost like the entire page is a different color. It weighs differently from the amount of charcoal and color that's been added to it, and it is a bit of portraiture. It's all reds and blues and tan skin.
Is it Malia?
If it is, she is absolutely beautiful.
I'll open it again and look. I did the whole close.
Okay.
Is there anything written?
No.
Anything after it? Like on the back?
No, there is not anything. Well, there's more schematics after it, and more things like that. It looks like it was a while ago, and you'll hear a squeak of a board around the corner. Mars, I forgot my
Satchel.
You
Yeah,
didn't.
sure.
You didn't
Nope.
take anything.
So I'll turn around and come back.
Make me a deception roll on that one. Oh,
I
damn! Your DC is 26.
I was gonna say, I think it's kind of obvious that she did, because that's what she does.
Yeah,
It would be
I was
against
gonna
type
say,
to have not done it.
I got only a 16 on that roll.
As you turn around, he's going to grab you by the upper arm with his rough hands. And hey, what did you do? Did you look through my stuff?
I cannot lie to you, Cadamus.
Apparently not.
I did. It's quite good.
Look, you can't say anything. It wouldn't make any difference, even if you did. So, I'd really appreciate it if you spared me the pain. And he is giving you this look where it is rare that you ever see a moment on a man's face like that, as if he had pried his ribs open for you and left himself bare and exposed. But if there was a moment like that in your life, this would be one of them. He'll let you go. I'll get the ship up and running.
I'll give him like a pat on the back. I'll just reiterate the...
Thank you. And with much less spring in his step, he will head back toward the ship, which you can hear beginning to hum and crackle, bits of lightning and energy sparking off the mast. Oh, shite, they didn't disable the rudder. And he'll continue onward. Mars will turn around and the door will open again with all of you talking about something else. What are you talking about when Mars returns?
Tia's trying out these cream puffs.
You're going to be a
Mally
little...
is gonna be talking about, like, the epic fire giant battle. She's gonna gloss over the frost giant one because that was kind of, like, the first battle.
Hmm.
Because that was a little, like, took us a little bit. We weren't prepared fully for that one.
Yeah. Okay. In response to that, Tia will talk about how they bravely and rescued all of these captives, and will essentially just story for story, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zeno's also gonna pop one of those cream. He's gonna finally pop that cream puff that he's.
You're finally popping your puff, Zeno.
Oh God.
Cheers.
I mean,
And Farrah will
put it
reach
that
across
way.
the table with her cream puff and bump it. Cheer up. You're acting morose.
I'm great. And he was gonna pop it in his mouth.
The door will open and Mars will return. They say how much longer?
We're out of here right away.
Cool.
They're just starting her up.
That'll be good. It's weird because we hadn't been on the Duchess that long, but I miss her. Yeah.
It's nice having a home base that is ours,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went for a walk this morning, and
Oh, actually, before you say anything, I have some spicy girl talk for you.
sure. Okay, sure. And she'll get up. What's up?
You're the only one that can understand this, and I'll be leading her around the corner and be like,
now I'm
it's
concerned.
so juicy. It's so juicy. I didn't want to tell on you.
Okay, you're coming in a little quiet, Winter.
Oh, sorry. I think got pushed down. So she's being very boastful, be like, "Oh my goodness, I have so many stories to tell you. They're so juicy." And she's
what?
bringing her around the
Why would I
corner.
want to know what?
Mally's gonna lean into Tia. Should we be offended that we can't have girl talk?
I didn't want to tattle on you.
I'm about to tattle on myself.
Just think about it first, though. I know you met with him.
I have.
Mm-hmm.
I have thought about it.
I just want you to be careful. And what it could lead to.
We all have to do what we have to do. And she'll lean forward and give you a kiss on the hair. Thanks for the girl talk. And she'll
ready?
turn back into the room and sorry, I met with Garleon today.
Oh,
All right, no.
the
Why is that?
Here's the
Spire?
red dragon.
Oh, the dragon dude that.
He
Right.
asked
Yeah.
me to come with him.
oh. Huh.
And
I guess.
I am. I'm going with him. There's still so much I don't know about what I can do and what I have to do, and I owe it to myself and I owe it to my family to figure out. And it's not like we're not going to meet again or anything. I need to go follow this and see what's going to happen.
Our little bookworm wants a new library.
I get what it's like to have questions about
Are
where
you
you
gonna
come
join
from.
his little conquering campaign?
He is my king.
So I'll say yes. I see. Mallory's gonna get up and leave.
I'm the last of House Hazal. I don't have a choice in this. I owe it to
You
my
always
parents.
have a choice.
Fine, then it's my choice.
All right, your choice to join the conqueror who may have killed my family, conquered my land, my people.
Or do you think you can stop
You have no
him?
pressure on you, Farah. They're not here. They can't force you to do anything. You can do what you want. And Ali is gonna turn and leave.
You have no idea what it's like.
No?
I'm sick and
Everybody's
tired
got
of playing
that
by your
problem.
pathetic rules.
When have I ever put rules on you?
All of you. Short-lived. Little. You wouldn't understand.
No, I don't.
You don't want us to. I've tried my best to be supportive, help you in whatever way you need. Apparently that's not good enough, and I am a worm before you. So go be long-lived somewhere else. Goodbye. And Mally is going to look very hurt, but leave at the same moment.
Fine.
Farah, you've not fought in a war before. It's not what you think it is.
No,
I
but
really want you to think about this.
I have lost everyone I have ever loved in one.
Well, I guess that shows what you think of us. And Tia's also gonna leave.
Mars is gonna look at Zeno.
Zeno has been kind of looking down this entire time. And then I guess he's gonna look up and he's 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 gonna look up at her and with a tear going down his face, he's gonna say, "It's well, I never knew what it felt like to lose someone you love, but I guess I'm going to now." And he's gonna stand, look at Farah, and say, "If you ever need anything, I don't want you to go. But if it's what you feel like you need to,
Yeah. You too.
Come on, Farah. And I'm going to lead her out the door.
Okay, out one of the other doors, I'm supposing?
Mm-hmm.
Away from everyone else?
and Zeno is just standing in the middle of the room.
All right.
Like he's just
As you walk her down one of the side passageways, you can feel as you're holding her hand that it is trembling, but it stops at the shoulder. She's doing everything she can to hold everything together. And it's taking every fiber of concentration that she has.
I know. I don't think they see exactly on the same level as you. I'm not sure where I see on the same level. But you know what I believe?
What?
You're going to do great things. You will make the right choices. You're going to go out there. You're going to do what you need to do. I think you're going to come back. And you're always going to be my friend. I don't disagree with what you're doing. It hurts some, but I believe in you.
And she'll push her forehead up against yours.
I know you will make the right decisions.
Yeah, of course.
You're from a noble family. It's in your blood.
I owe it to 1,000 generations that came before.
You are bound for greatness. We're holding you back. You go out there and you do great things. Make sure of that.
She'll give your hand one last squeeze. Turn. And leave. Vanishing behind one of the pavilion doors. Elsewhere in the complex, as Tia and Malia round the corner, Cadmus will lean over the bow of the ship. All right, she's up and running!
Mally is just gonna kind of give an inarticulate inarticulate
Inarticulate?
scream and just kind of punch the wall.
The side of the boat or the side of the building?
No, like the wall building.
Well, I can delay it if you need to go get more beignets.
No. Tia's gonna carefully approach Malia.
What did I do wrong? Oh god. Did Mars talk to you about anything?
No.
Okay, good.
Hey. This is a mistake I think she has to make for herself.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't kill her to be a little more sympathetic to the idea that all our families and friends are potentially being killed by that asshole. We can't do anything about it.
He saved us down there. We very likely would have died if he hadn't interfered.
That's great. That's wonderful. Great for him. He's still a conquering asshole, Tia. We don't need somebody coming in and deciding, oh, great, I'm gonna make myself king of the world. Small, like, what happens to free will with that?
I don't know. But I think if that's really what he's doing, and once she sees it for herself, I think she'll do the right thing.
Yeah, well, she should learn not to snap at her friends first. Nobody said a word against what she was doing. She's the one who snapped first.
Yeah.
She needs to learn to grow up a little bit.
That's also true. I think we're gonna see a lot more pain and death in the coming future.
No.
And I just don't want it to be any of you. I don't think.
I hope he doesn't manage to twist her into doing things that she'll regret.
Yeah. I hope not.
A voice comes from around the corner at that moment, in the break in the conversation. Counselor Odai climbs down the gangplank that's been erected on the side of the ship. There we go. It's all settled. You're all ready to go, and I can lower the shell for you right now. Thank you so much, all of you, for everything you've done. I guess gather up your friends and...
Thank you for everything you've done to get our ship functioning again.
You're a friend. Valimar does not forget its friends. And we also would hope that you not spread the knowledge that you might have seen. She says pointedly at Tia.
Tia just shakes her head.
Of course. Meanwhile, Mars, you walk back through, and is Zeno still in the room, or has he gotten up and left at that point?
He's exactly where everyone left him.
Okay. So Mars, do you step back into the room?
I'll walk past as if I'm going to be heading out the other way, but I'll stop before I open the door and call back over my shoulder to Zeno. She will do the right thing. We have to believe in her.
I always will. and he's gonna walk past and head on to the ship.
You board the ship. And Cadamus gives you all a confused look. Malia's rage, Tia's sorrow, Mars doing that don't talk about it gesture. He'll kind of furrow his brows and nod. You feel like your relationship has deepened a little bit there, Mars, today. And we've got, so we're taking it up?
Yeah.
Zeno has gone straight to his room.
Sounds good. All right, bringing it up. And with that, the Grand Duchess begins to lift into the air, pulling higher and higher and higher toward the sky. Counselor Odai and dozens of onlookers wave and wish you well from beneath. And you rise to the shimmering sky, which parts for you. You rise higher into the clouds, the wind buffeting you as you see this floating continent trail over the draconian archipelago. But that's not all you see. For beneath you, a tremendous black dragon spreads its wings and takes flight. And before the clouds obscure your view, you see not one but two riders. One with hair of red, like lava, like flame, and another of molten gold. And then the clouds block your view as you begin to float higher to the sky. We've got a message on the Duchess right now.
Oh.
There's a call through.
Okay.
Alright, you can play it, Duchess. Hello. Playing the message now. You hear the sound of fire. You hear the sound of conflict. You hear the sounds of screaming and explosions. Nothing ventured. This is Viceland. I heard that you were headed toward Orkesh and the Kaledashu Wastes. I'm already here doing a bit of scouting for you, and things are, shall we say, worse than expected. Please, meet me in... And the message suddenly breaks. As far as I understand, the message was sent north of the Kaledeshu Wastes.
That sounds right.
I can try to triangulate the location if you'd like.
Please.
One moment. The Duchess is going to roll its navigational chart. Holy crap, Duchess, you're really good at this. It's like it's her only job.
Yeah, girl.
Alright, so... If I'm not mistaken, he's coming from mid-Kanasa, toward the City of Ivory. Shall I set a course?
Yeah. I want to get this done with.
Mm-hmm. Let's go.
Setting a course for the City of Ivory. Welcome back. It's good to have you with me again.
Good to be back, Duchess.
And with that, you begin sailing to the east and to the next leg of your adventure. But that is a story for another time, here on the Shards of Nyrn. Welcome to level 12.
Fuck! Holy fucking shit!
I'm sorry.
Dahlia is so pissed. Oh. It's not even that Farah wants to leave. She would be totally supportive of Farah wanting to learn about what she's missed,
Yeah.
Elder Dragon stuff, etc.
Yeah.
Because all Malia said was basically, like, to start that was, are you joining his conquery? conquering campaign.
I love that.
Are you going to learn a bit from him and then leaving, or are you going to help him?
And then, yeah.
And when Farah then blew up at Malia, telling her that she's smothering her, etc., etc.,
Well,
when Malia has made a point...
Here's the thing about that. She
Yeah.
didn't blow up at you because you were smothering her. She blew up at you from some stuff that happened in the arc you were not a part of.
Yeah.
Yes,
Because
but-
she is... But you don't know that. But she
I
does
don't
know
know that
that.
react as Malia.
Yeah, no, it's...
Oh, I know.
And
Which is,
in Malia's mind,
Yeah.
Tia and Mars smothered her. Malia
Yes.
was very supportive, never treated her like a child, tried to help her learn everything she could.
which is why it hurt more that you would jump to that conclusion for her. So this is just such a great miscommunication thing.
God.
Where
But
But
afterwards
that's the
you-
thing is, Malia didn't accuse her anything. She
But
asked
she-
her a question.
But because of everybody else, she felt like it was an accusation. That's the thing. And when you were talking to Tia afterwards, you could see my face on the VOD where I'm like, you're like, she just blew up at me. And I'm like, you accused her of, okay. Like, and it's just both of you. It's
well, because
such
it's the thing of like, Malia is sensitive about it because she doesn't know what's happened to her family.
Yeah.
but it's so.
She hasn't been able to go back. She hasn't been able to help. She
Yeah.
had to leave
But
because the
it's
fate of the
so-
world hung in the balance.
It's so good because
And the thing
it
is that Farah knows all that.
Yes, but she thinks that you should automatically assume. I'm not going to explain what she thinks, but basically,
Yeah.
I love it because your reaction was the fuse to a dynamite stick, but everything you said was 100% valid from Malia's point of view. And I love it that now you are finally in Malia's head enough to cause that much trouble. Because
Oh, Malia
literally,
is so angry.
and you should be. And this is what that low charisma score is for. Is that you made the wrong choice at the exact wrong time, and so did she.
Yeah.
You both messed this up. Everybody messed this up.
Oh, and Tia
Mars
didn't
mess this
help.
up. Tia didn't
Tia
help.
did
And
not
I-
help.
And I
And I'm like,
love,
as soon as I said it, and I was like, oh shit, this is the wrong thing to say, but she would say it in this moment. She's
the
getting
thing is-
so upset.
no one hurts each other more than people who love each other. No
Yeah.
one has the capacity to. And I love that that went the way it did because you all are wonderful. I hope you enjoy level 12.
Oh no.
so-
And Mars is just like. "Da, da, 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 da."
And Tia's just
well,
like,
and it's
shit,
good
I
thing
can't
Malia
lose
didn't hear what
everyone
Mars
again.
said.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
she would have heard that as, oh yeah, go do your best at conquering our people, fuck everybody we knew and loved and grew up with. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Malia would have been like,
God.
And I'm
what the
sorry,
hell
Mike.
is
I
wrong
warned
with
you in
you?
advance. I said, Mike, I hope you enjoy this session. I've been saying that for weeks now to try to get you to brace yourself. And I was so glad that you got a new job and a new house and that you're in a good place mentally because I'm like, oh shit, I'm sorry, bro.
Yo, Zeno is
Also,
wrecked.
you
Oh, of
also were
course he
like,
is.
I've never known what it's like to lose someone. And she saw your first love burn to a crisp in front of her. And she's just like, what? 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 Also, your sister's a vampire. What?
Well, it was at that point that he realized that he cared about
Yeah, I know, but she
Very?
doesn't get that.
Yeah.
She doesn't
Yeah.
get that.
like he had cared about her, but it wasn't until right now
Yeah, at the worst
That-
time.
Zeno realized what he actually felt.
Mm.
And that's the
Um,
tragedy of the season 3.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The
Yeah.
tragedy of
Season three.
season
Well,
4.
also, okay, when she's like,
Be
he's
a
my
little more.
king, and Tia's just like, and I'm the queen of fucking elves! That doesn't mean anything!
Ow.
well, that's the thing is, Malia's like, there's
That
literally
really hurt.
can be no pressure because there's none of your life left. Like, yes,
Oh.
maybe wanting to live up to it, but at the same time, also she was a little offended that Farah had been hanging out, being nice, cheerful, friendly,
Yeah.
relational, and then
Up to
drops the
that point.
bomb at the last minute
Yeah, the saying
Plus-
goodbye before you say goodbye. Because
She-
you don't want to...
without
She-
actually giving Malia a proper chance for it.
Yeah.
She wanted to have a good last memory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That didn't go over.
I'm like,
all right,
kinda
so
her fault.
well, kind of everybody's fault. I love
Yeah.
this because it felt a very genuine outburst of emotion from everybody, right? Everybody
Well,
was
'cause I didn't watch the alternate stuff.
Yeah.
I popped it
didn't
now
watch
and then to
yours
say
either.
hi, but I didn't actually watch it.
And I think my favorite thing about Farah is that she develops, and if you are watching and have been listening to the show and watching the show, you can see it. If you can easily do this arc, if you watch her throughout this. I've been very proud of her development.
The last couple, like, games with Farah and Tia and Xeno, Tia's been, like, feeling like they actually have, like, a pretty good connection now. And then she's like, what do you mean you've lost everyone you love? We're right fucking here.
Oh, I know. Well,
and for Malia, it was only like 2 to 3 days ago where she was replacing Farah's hat, like, without saying anything and getting stuff for her that she's like, oh, Farah would love that. That's totally Farah. She would just absolutely adore that.
To be over.
And she's just like...
All right, so...
Like, it feels like it switched on a dime for Malia.
Which is fair. Valid,
It totally is. So, you're level 12. Is everybody... so I gotta ask, is everybody staying with their class? Is anybody... Mars, you taking a level of Rogue or a level of Warlock?
I'm going to need to read and just see what the book offers.
Okay, so the big bonus with Warlock is you get your Invocation, and you get a second spell slot, which is pretty dope. And on Rogue, you would get 6d6. and you get Reliable Talent, which means that when you make an ability check that lets you add your proficiency bonus, if you roll lower than a 9, you treat it as if you had rolled a 10. As in, if you roll a 2, it's actually a 10 plus your proficiency and your skill.
Everyone's a winner.
It's basically you can't lose so long as you don't botch.
Whoa. Yeah, so it's like...
I don't think I'm gonna do any leveling stuff tonight.
Yeah,
Okay.
don't go ahead.
I'm absolutely
I think we should make a note that we haven't done anything and do it right before the first.
So
next game.
nobody roll their hit points until we're on stream, or right before game. You can do everything before that. Tia, you're gonna stay as a druid.
Yeah, I'll try and think about it because I've got the ability score improvement to use.
Oh yeah, because everybody gets the ability score improvement. Also, I am allowing additional feats. Any feats from this book, any feats from any published book, and I also am willing to allow the feats from Grim Hollow that I posted. So Malia, if you want to blow your ability score increase on Throwing Expert, you can. So, you want me to grab that and tell you what it says?
Just send it to me. I'll need to read it. Like, hearing it doesn't... Okay. I don't take it in.
It means that I believe you can throw twice around instead of once, even if... Like, you can use your bonus action to throw twice, I think it was, or something.
Oh, okay, so essentially I could have 2 attacks with the thrower.
Yeah, it basically, like, puts you on even keel with fighters.
I'm gonna have to take a look at CR4 beasts.
Finally! So, the feat here is... I'm just going to read this to you real quick. Because...
Or I could have 15 decks.
You could have 15 decks.
Plus 2 to initiative.
But your armor caps your decks for some things, so...
Oh, does it? Okay.
Thrown Weapon Master.
I thought it was just the dex bonus to armor.
I think it's just dex bonus to armor. When you take the attack action to throw a weapon with thrown, you may immediately use a bonus action to make 2 more attacks with a thrown weapon.
Whoa. So I would be throwing 3 times.
Yeah, your spiritual weapon would be worthless because you couldn't use your bonus action for that, but you get 3 throws instead. You may use this ability...
spiritual weapon wouldn't be worthless. I could upcast it if I wanted to hit harder.
You may only do this a number of times equal to your dex or strength modifier per short rest.
Obviously, my strength modifier.
Yeah, that's like a +7, I think.
6.
Yeah, so you can do this 6 times per short rest.
That's amazing.
And also, you may throw a weapon as part of an attack. If you throw a weapon as part of an attack, you immediately may draw another one-handed weapon as part of that attack. It's less useful, but it means you're never unarmed. So if you threw the hammer and it didn't come back for some reason, you could still draw another weapon.
Most of our combats are 1, maybe 2 rounds now.
That's true.
Except for the really big combats.
Yeah, think of what you could have done to the giants if you had that feat. But anyway, there's some fantastic ones. Mars, you should definitely look up feats because Warlock feats get gross fast.
Yeah.
There are some pretty phenomenal ones. And but yeah, I'll look and see if there are any other third-party ones that I'm willing to allow. I will say that y'all missed a great thing if you were not in the games with Tia, Xeno, and Farah underground. Because she used an ability that I may be eventually opening for other ELO settings. Called overcasting. But I am seeing whether or not this is super broken first.
Okay.
Basically, it allows you to borrow spell levels from exhaustion.
Oh.
As in
That's what she did.
upcasting. Yeah, she upcast
Yeah.
5 levels.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Actually, she upcast 7 levels? She blew 5
shit.
levels of exhaustion because 6 would have killed her.
Yeah.
So that's the mechanical way that happened. But anyway, I'm
Yeah.
looking at some of these things, and that is something I might just allow all casters to have because it might kill you.
Yeah. Okay.
And exhaustion levels don't regenerate. So, hey. So, folks, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of The Shards of Nyrn, Season 3,
Oh my
90
God.
episodes, 6 seasons in a movie. We will be back. We're going to take a 3-week hiatus.
And also, just for the chat, for those of you who maybe haven't been here for the whole time, Kelly, what episode did Farah join us on?
Episode 4 or 5? She...
Episode like 5, and then we
Yeah.
had 85 episodes with her.
Yes, as like a primary character.
She is like, it's like one of, say we had a 5th player who said, "Fuck you all, I'm leaving," out of nowhere. So that's what, like, this is intense.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm glad that you're all affected by this. I'm glad. And I promise that this will be a story that you will be satisfied by when it's all said and done.
Yeah.
Because
And
I know...
I'm just yeah.
You want to talk some more? You want to decompress?
I think we have to decompress. I don't know if we want to do it on stream or off stream.
That's fair.
But
I need
yeah.
to get to bed pretty quick.
Yeah, I need to go to sleep too because I have to go to work tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, so anybody who wants to, I am going to post something into the chat right now. I'm gonna share. I'm gonna copy. Anybody who wants to watch the absolutely awful episode, you can see Farah's first appearance in our initial episode, which is the Dome of Count Mount Doom Von Doom concludes. It's episode 5.
Oh my god.
Oh.
That was
Oh.
so
It has
long
4
ago.
likes and 114 views.
Oh.
Ah.
One of those likes is probably mine. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
one
like
of those
how
likes is
video
definitely
shows up.
Dorktails's. So,
Oh, that
hey,
was so long ago.
folks,
Oh
thank
my
you so much for
God.
tuning in. If you like what we do here, you can keep the channel going, keep the lights on by giving us a follow, giving us a sub over on YouTube, liking all of our videos, hitting the bell if that's useful to you, if you're going to watch them. Check out the podcast, definitely follow that. And hey, if you do have a little bit of extra change, the more our Patreon goes up, the more time and energy I can dedicate to doing this full time. Well, I already do it 80 hours a week, but it means that I don't have to look for another job soon. So, hey, head over to the Patreon and you get some exclusive perks, which are being updated within the next 72 hours with some other cool stuff, including live chats once a month with me and any cast members that are available that want to come tune in, and other cool stuff, including GM advice. And we're going to start doing a lot of really cool stuff on YouTube. Mostly me doing a lot of stuff on YouTube because everybody is busy and I'm not. So you can go over to our Patreon link, or you can give us, you can sub here. Either way works. But hey, thank you so much for being here. Regardless, as always, nothing is ever going to be behind a paywall because I don't believe in that. I want you to enjoy these games with us. You can also buy like merch if you want, like some. I was gonna say that we should probably take a Sharpie to that bottom part of that shirt right now.
No, because then I have to think that she'll never be back.
I can make one with Catamus on it.
As literally.
Nah.
Or Viceland.
You're wearing the fair
Yeah.
shirt. Oh my
Oh.
So that's gonna be it from us tonight. We love you very much, and we hope you stick with us. We'll be back. We're taking a 3-week break. I think that is. We're either it's
Just for this game.
Yeah, just for this game. So
The other games aren't on break.
It's just going to take me some time to recut the promo at the beginning and to give Michael time to readjust the graphics so that we have our season 4. which I look forward to as we head into generic fantasy setting, number 17735, The Shards of Nyrn, Season 4, The Rage of Dragons. See you in 3 weeks, folks. Good night. I love the whimper. It's great.